I think I'm recording. Hopefully, I'm fucking recording. You know, how many times have we been here where that hasn't happened? Not a
Three.
lot, thank God. 3 times. Okay, well there you go. At least no one's counting, right? So,
Yeah.
so everybody, welcome back. We got another off the cuff. It's been a while since we've had one. Of course, we're joined by the lovely Rexsteady to my right. We got Themgrir below us. He's always the bottom spoon in these, it seems. You're the middle
I don't know
spoon
why.
in
Yeah.
these. So we got our festive backgrounds going on. You know, trying to keep things ultra sexy. Rex got his super duper sexy white background going on. So
Yeah. This is supposed to be for a projector.
we're using it as a
Work.
makeshift green screen, though.
Oh, yeah, I just didn't clean, so this was easier.
Honestly, the pictures you sent me for your guys' little photo op things that you guys were doing for Christmas was pretty dope.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty cool.
I-
So
That took the least amount of time to set up. Anyway. But,
yeah, well, when you were sending me the pictures, I was just like, are you guys like inviting over the entire neighborhood or what the fuck is going on with this stuff? I almost want to like post pictures, but I know there's like your family's in the pictures too, so it's like I probably won't do that. But suffice to say, it looked like it took a lot of work.
It did. It did.
It's like, oh my god, fucking kill me.
It was the whole fucking day. We were supposed to stretch it out over the week, but it kept raining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it rained up until fucking yesterday too. Like it's nutty. Anyway, so today's topic we're gonna look at. We're just gonna really just take a look back at the past year because
Yeah,
who hasn't done one of these?
What is the topic that we will not be adhering to?
You know, because God, Lord knows. I see. I don't take kindly to that because I pride myself on these off the cuffs on staying on topic 100% of the time. When have I never
Right.
not done that as a montage of every single
As
time?
we- yeah,
where
like, literally.
never followed the topic.
We can't do that for any of the things that we've tried that we did. Not a single episode of
No.
Halcyon and Bedlam,
No.
off the cuff, any of it.
The
Any of it. Game
closest
streams.
the closest we got to which by the way, if you guys aren't subscribed to Rec, he does a podcast every once in a while called Halcyon and Bedlam. I've been on a couple of them, and it's funny. The first one we did was on like Highlander, and the whole thing, you know, in a way that it was almost like the genesis of these off the cuffs, because just how I just can't ever fucking stay on topic with stuff, and then it just kind of spirals out of control from there. The chaos I always just find is amazing. But go subscribe to his channel, Themgrir's channel, of course, too. They're linked below. So before you go any further, make sure to go subscribe to them. So
Themgrir's actually going to be on the next one. Sorry.
Oh, is he really? Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pimp it. Yeah, do it now.
Oh yeah, we haven't worked out when we're actually going to do it. It's supposed to be 2 weekends ago, but that got fucked. It's going to be on a pretty controversial topic, just going over the moral quandary of when is it and is it not okay for a character's age versus their physical appearance type of thing.
Gotcha.
So you
You know-
could probably make assumptions off of that.
You know who you should try to get for this? I don't know if you're watching this right now, but him and I kind of discussed this in our my interview with him a couple months back. That was kind of a big point. If you guys haven't seen that, you should go watch it if you guys want my opinion on that one. But I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think you guys will be able to do a lot more with that subject in terms of like the morality than I could probably do with that. So, and that'll be good. Be good.
Maybe in the future. I did enjoy your guys's
Absolutely.
thing. I don't even want to call it a podcast because it was really like an actual interview session. So it was entertaining to watch. Mine's just like bullshit conversations with my friends. So
Those are the best kinds. So,
Nothing wrong with that.
so yeah. Oh, sorry. And
today's
what's
topic-
today's topic?
Today's topic will be what our favorite, again, make it easy because we're not going to stay on it very long. Favorite movies, video games, anime, whatever you watched or played this year. We're just going to start with that. I figure we'll keep it simple. Everyone fucking else is doing it.
Oh,
We might as well we just jump into this.
Okay.
I might be able to take a
Okay.
guess on one of them Themgrir's thinking of right now, but I don't want to jump to conclusions here. I'm gonna warm myself up by this nice fire in the background while you.
that is a
Tell me.
nice fire. How do you like my cityscape?
It's pretty sexy.
I don't
gotta
like
say.
that because I talk with my hands and my hands are up right now.
So
And they're just
But
not
they're just-
there.
They're just like they're my thumb.
that's just how fucking white you are. You're just so white. You're blending into the. You're like a
talk with my
ghost.
hands. Now I can't because they're just like.
Yeah, so it'll just look like you're bobbing over.
I'm gonna make my hand disappear.
You're a fucking wizard, Harry.
I gotta double check what movies came out this year, because like my first instinct, of course, of movies that came out was to say The Gentleman, but that came out in 2019.
Which one was
So,
the
So
gentleman?
Are we really going to restrict it to things that only came out this year,
No.
or things that we may have seen or done this year?
No,
in terms
that because they're so limited.
Because
I would say anything. So like if it's the first time you played it or watched it, that nothing is off limits when it comes to that stuff. But it has to
if
be like
that's
within
the
this
case,
year.
like,
That's
if
fair.
that's the case, I just watched the new Suicide Squad movie recently,
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
and like I know it didn't come out this year, but like this was still the first time that I saw it. And I was like, oh,
Wasn't
shit,
it great? Like
It was fantastic.
Like-
I don't know why they did the first one so wrong when this one was done so right.
Mm-hmm. Within the
We've
first
had so
5
many
minutes.
discussions.
Oh, so
Like-
FY, this video is gonna be spoiler filled. We're not gonna fucking
Oh,
limit
yeah,
ourselves
it's gonna be
spoilers.
spoilers.
So this is your one fucking opportunity. And if you skipped over this part, well,
You're gonna need to
sorry.
put that
That's
as the banner with
damn
the three
bad.
of us in it. Just fucking spoilers.
Yeah, and then if Tim
Spoilers.
shows up, I'll put him like as like a tiny like character in there because he just fucking
Guy, how
barely
you
showed up
doing?
at the end of
Fe-
it. So,
Featuring.
yeah, that's if we might get XGP tonight, guys. I would bank on it probably not happening. He's got a lot of stuff going on right now. But funny story with the Suicide Squad. I told Lady C's parents to go see it. And this is the 1st time I had met them. So we were at lunch and we were chatting, and I was So and the thing with Lady C's mom, she is like the furthest from liking violent like stuff. She's so vanilla, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I know positively. She's just a very kind of vanilla-ish person where she doesn't like violence at all. And if you haven't seen,
Boy, what a mouthful of Rocky Road she just got.
they left right at the ending of the first 10 minutes of the movie. They couldn't do it. They were like, what the fuck did you send us to? And I'm just like, it's hilarious. The movie's fucking great.
Yes.
And you know what? I did myself a solid because now they'll never ask me for movie advice or movie recommendations ever again. I can avoid that entire conversation.
I mean, God, my family already does that for me, just because, like, well, it's the hardest thing about being a movie buff in any regard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what your opinion of the situation is. There's arguably things that are good and things that are bad about these whole experiences and stuff.
Absolutely.
And I swear to God, my entire family is the type of people that are like, oh, I mean, it looked great. I mean, like, visually stunning is like bottom fucking tier of what makes something enjoyable.
Well, especially when you get into like the multi-billion-dollar pictures, like, you know, the big movies and stuff that come out, because realistically, like, you're spending a shit ton of money to hire experts anyway, so it's gonna look good. Like, it will look good. And you know, you could argue with a lot of the Marvel movies that the more recent Marvel movies that looked really great, but story or plot wise just kind of fell short, you know, like
All of them.
except for Spider-Man, like, goddamn.
Ugh.
I would have to say that's my first pick though for those movies, because like
God, yeah.
I need to see it again. I'm taking my youngest brother to see it. He's off getting shit faced with his friends for New Year's and whatnot.
right
But yeah, we were gonna do that this weekend, but it fell back to the wayside. But oh my fucking God! At every like 10 minutes, I swear I leaned over to Themgrir and just went like, I physically cannot be more erect right now.
Yeah.
So
And then they kept going.
True story.
and you know what was funny was so I got to tell everyone context wise, there was like how many of us that went to go see it? It was
10.
You,
Yeah.
me, Rec, your brother Tim, Mom, the Lois.
Yeah, because there were 2 or 3 people that couldn't show up, so there should have been like 10 or 11, but there were like 3 people that could make it. And
I'm gonna count the dude that we ran into in the hallway because he was fucking there too, I guess.
Oh yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
we knew random people that happened to be there too. We made a friend in the bathroom. It was great. So as we're watching it, we all.
Provide no context for that, please.
Oh,
That's
I'm
a
not going
clip.
to.
That's a
I'm
clip
not
that
going to
needs
provide
happen.
any context for that. That'll be the 50,000 subscriber special. We'll elaborate on that. So we're sitting there.
It's so disappointing.
You're going to be very disappointed when that happens.
It's gonna be more disappointing than my face reveal.
What's up, fuckers? I'm actually still really sad about that. Like, that could have been epic.
That was fine.
You know, I shout out to everyone that argued against me on the internet that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield weren't in this movie.
Who fucking
When I,
said
from
they
day
weren't?
one,
Yeah.
day one was like, no, they're totally in it, and everyone's like, no, there's no evidence. Like, no, they're totally in it.
What I thought was
There's
funny
hope then.
was the fact that the leak was real. Like, the leak of him, like, holding the thing from behind, like, that shot, that was actually, like, in the movie. I was
Everybody
watching
tried to
for
be
it.
like, oh, that's Photoshop. No, that was picture.
It's a deep fake, I swear. This is how I did it. And then it turns out the guy was just fucking
honestly,
trolling.
like, applaud to Andrew Garfield for claiming that's a deep fake. Like, give that man an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm
he
just
was
happy.
trying hard to not get hit by the Marvel snipers.
Yes, and I'm just fucking happy that people are finally appreciating Andrew Garfield. Dude, I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it for fucking years.
Look,
He's my favorite Spider-Man.
I loved his first movie.
Yeah.
His second one,
trash.
I know
you like it. That's fine. I think it's trash.
No, like I didn't even like it. But like my biggest complaint about it was they just tried to cram too much into it. If they would have,
if they would have gone this route,
like honestly, if they would have gone full Electro route and not made him blue, it would have been fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, it might not have been the biggest
picked a
movie
fucking
ever,
villain.
Right,
I don't know why they keep trying to do. They always do this for like the third
villains.
one.
Well, and it's funny. I complain about that aspect of Garfield's second movie, and yet, holy fuck, I loved that about the new movie.
Now I'm sure if you're watching this, you've probably already seen it. You know, it's a great film. Hell, The Drinker even said it was a good movie. So, like, I mean, that goes a long way in my opinion. But here's the thing. The only nitpick that I have with that movie, and it's a minor one because there's going to be some asshole out there that's like, technically, that's not true. They had an opportunity to get the Sinister Six, to get 6 of these fuckers on screen. They could have literally brought back the Rhino, and it just been like the mechanical suit, and no one would have fucking complained.
No.
Instead, we got the Sinister Five. And it's like, you guys are so close, and the only time you've ever done an ensemble movie where it's worked this well with, like, the villains, you don't just throw an extra one in there for fun. Now, again, before some asshole says it, yes, I know Venom was in the post-credits scene, so technically there were 6 Spider-Man villains. So, there's Sinister Six, but
he's in the movie in a post-credit scene. Is like, I mean,
he's in fucking Cabo.
I can't remember how to pronounce his name. The guy that made Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, Akira Toriyama.
That's it. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, he was present for most of the process of making Dragon Ball Evolution. Look how that fucking turned out.
Yeah, look how that happened. Is it an Akira Toriyama product? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Although,
so yeah, just because somebody being there doesn't mean anything. I love that these guys. My favorite little fun fact that I found out about them even being in the movie in the first place is like after the movie premiered and stuff, they're like, yeah, so this is, I'm happy as a peach about this whole thing. And I gotta say my favorite little thing is that both of them said yes before a script was even ready for them to even like read through. They literally just made them enough of a promise.
You're talking about Willem Dafoe and was it Alfred Molina?
No,
all 3 of them.
Did they? I know Jamie Foxx.
Talking about Garfield and Maguire because
yeah.
Apparently Garfield like immediately was like, oh yeah, absolutely, but Tobey apparently took some more talking to, but they still signed yes before seeing a script.
Mm-hmm.
I literally apparently the selling point for Tobey Maguire was they're gonna keep what happened to him in between the 3rd movie and now kind of hazy. They're just not going to talk about it. He's just like, yeah, things just kind of work out after a bit, and it's like, I love that. Don't tell me shit.
Yeah, I think that was fine.
I mean, they explained enough because he said he fought an alien made of goo. Okay, so we still had to deal with the fact that 70s show is Venom.
I feel like that would have been the perfect opportunity to bring him back. Like, have him show up as the final villain, and even if it was just for like a 15-second cameo, have them make fun of him and smack him away.
Seriously, they could have just edited that scene from Spider-Man 3 in there where he's just like, hi, Peter.
Yeah.
That's it. Just boom. He's in it. All right, cool. We're good.
And toss his ass back to the multiverse. Yeah. That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. Now, I will still say, the one thing I am a little bit concerned about because of how well this movie did. Now I feel like every fucking multiverse thing is going to be trying to do this shit now. Like, they're all going to do it. I guarantee you, like, I feel kind of bad
Well,
for
we're still not
Flashpoint.
technically done with it yet either.
No, true, because we got Multiverse
Because
of
we
Madness.
still had Multiverse of Madness, and then DC's had Flashlight.
Flashpoint, yeah, Flashlight.
Flashlight.
DC is a flashlight.
You know what's sad?
The only good use you get out of it.
I actually had to take down my Flashlight video.
Oh,
yeah. So now it's still up. For those that are wondering what happened to it, it's up. It's on my BitChute account. Yeah, I have a BitChute account. It's just where I throw the shit that I can't put on here up there. Because
that's the one where my face reveals in. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
I'm so upset.
I know, and it's. I didn't want to have to do it, but I got struck with your content is now 18 or over, blah blah blah, and I was like,
ooh.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, okay.
You checked off the box, I assume.
Yeah, like it's not for children. It never has been for children. So, you know.
What's the point of there being a YouTube Kid?
I don't know, because you can the kicker with that. That's a whole fucking rabbit hole in of itself. But with YouTube Kids,
yeah, it is up there.
You could go on there. Fucking Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers did a whole thing about how even that's fucked up. That was a couple years ago.
Oh god. Yeah.
But like,
I think I remember the video you're talking about too.
Yeah, I probably
dive into YouTube Kids, and
yeah.
it just was disgusting. Oh.
Yep. So, but
my brain's going straight to the one where they're playing a game called Dick or Dildo.
Dick or Dildo.
It's a real thing. I wish it wasn't, but it's a real thing.
Wait, what?
Long story short, you lay down, and we put a sheet over both of us, and you have to guess if I'm pressing my dick against your ass or a dildo.
What
That's a game that exists on YouTube.
And see, that could be either really great or really like hating at that point too. It's like, well,
I mean, if you're into that, that's fine and dandy, but like, sweet Jesus, for that to be out there in the world for kids.
That and Dragon Ball Evolution.
Let's be realistic though. Dragon Ball Evolution is a bigger crime against humanity than the dick versus dildo game. Like, I
mean, that's a fair point, man.
As you can tell, we're shooting this the day after New Year's, so
yeah.
I know I got a little tipsy last night.
I went to bed early like an old person.
No, you did. Well, we did too. The minute the ball dropped, we're like, perfect. I saw that. The internet doesn't forget.
Yep, that happened.
Yeah.
I missed my mouth.
We drank, and then we hung out till the ball dropped, and then literally all right, the ball dropped. And we passed the fuck out.
I think I was in bed by 11:30, and I was just like, fuck.
Oh,
but I heard the fireworks going off at midnight, so I was like, yep, all right, cool. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I kept trying to sleep, but I couldn't stay asleep like all night. Like, okay, I'm bed by 10. Woke up again at midnight. Saw your message and went. Then woke up an hour later and just Happy New Year. No, stayed up for 2 hours, went back to sleep, woke up again, rinse and repeat until 8:30.
Yeah, I did my obligatory Happy New Year. Good night. So
early. I think I also woke up, saw his text of Happy New Year, and also promptly went back to sleep before answering
good night, fuckers.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, okay, yep, cool. I love you too.
I'm wondering. Okay, so to
fucking great.
Circle back, because I just thought of a point. I'm wondering what the world would have been like. Now, okay, this is under contingency that the Flashpoint movie is not going to be trash. Because I wonder.
I really hope it isn't.
I hope it's not, but I feel like most people are going to be like, oh, they're just copying Spider-Man now. Blah, blah, blah. And it sucks that they're in a point like this because Flashpoint, from what I remember, Flashpoint was supposed to come out like
a year ago or
more. Yeah, maybe longer. And it's just crazy to think that, like, God, they fucking lost out on a huge opportunity to not only reboot their universe, to get like that fucking nostalgia fucking bait stuff in there and have it not be like, you know, cliched and because it's gonna be. I guarantee you. Like I said, everyone's gonna be fucking doing it. Even Star Wars, it's rumored with the Book of Boba Fett that fucking Han Solo is supposed to be in it. So Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm
what
gonna
is
be
Harrison
honest with you.
Ford just gonna walk out at some point like, "Hey, bitches, I'm
Oh,
back."
Yeah, this is what I've heard. I've heard rumors. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Book of Boba Fett yet. It's
I haven't
okay.
yet. No.
It's okay. You know me. It's my favorite Star Wars character.
Everybody
But
so far has been chef's kissing it.
I wouldn't say Chef's Kiss. It's decent. It's a decent start, but it's a slow start. It's still good. It's not bad, but it's one of those that you don't expect it to start the way that it does.
This is
So,
actually one of the things I was hoping to bring you guys on for like a whole thing. I have this gigantic rant now about like the history of Star Wars and the futility of the arguments that we have with a lot of like the way all of this stuff planned out. And it's like, oh, the genius of this being included here and over here. It's what the fuck is the guy's name? The guy that played Fred in the live action Scooby Doo movies. Like, this whole thing
oh,
is
Freddie
yeah.
Prince.
Oh
Freddie Prinze
shit,
Jr.
that's
Yeah,
why. That's why I can never remember his name because his name's Freddy and he played Fred.
yeah, Freddie Prinze
That
Jr.
fucks, that
I
fucks
think
me
they
up.
even make a joke about that in the Scooby Doo movie. That like that's his real name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at some point he introduces himself as Fred, and somebody calls him Freddy, and like, no, don't do that, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Which I mean, that's an underrated ass movie in my
Yeah.
opinion. The Scooby Doo.
I actually, I hate them
Really? You don't like them?
for one principle. It's the same reason I hate Riverdale. The entire point of Scooby Doo, I fucking love the cartoons, the reruns
Yeah.
of them on WB and everything like that.
Yeah, same.
How did every episode end?
Oh,
Take off the mask,
damn
and
kids.
the monster's just
no.
some fucking dude.
Because it's
Yeah.
a real. Because they were real monsters. Okay, I see.
Both
where you're-
times.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
what you're getting at.
I think that was kind of the point though of them being live action is to be like, hey, this ain't your grandpappy's Scooby Doo gang. That's
But it is
because
now.
these are real.
He's a real monster.
You know
Well,
what's
it
funny is they're
now.
just completely neglecting the fact that they rebooted the animated version of it 3 times by then. There's
Oh,
the
yeah.
original, then they did a revival, and then they did a complete rehashing of it. So it's
I
all
think
part of
there's
the
been
same
more.
continuity.
You know the best.
Well, no, since then I think it's up to like 7 now. But
Yeah, I think there was more than that before though too, because there was the original, then there was the Scooby Doo and Friends, then there was the one with Scrappy, and then there was the one with his cousin, the like I think it was like a gray dog or some shit like that.
Are
Yeah,
we
you're
forgetting
right.
about a pup named Scooby Doo?
Yeah, a pup
Yeah.
named Scooby Doo, and
Yeah.
then so there were like 5 iterations before.
Can I just say that I loved the Scooby Doo and Friends one just because it had like guest
Oh, that
characters
Batman,
like
the
Batman and
Harlem
Robin, and
Globetrotters.
it was
Yeah.
the
It
Adam
was
West
awesome.
one.
Yep.
Yeah, Harlem Globetrotters, and then
Yep.
what? So many cool episodes like that. I loved it. Don Knotts was in an episode, and he's like an old comedian.
Yep.
join us back at the Bat Cave for bat cookies or for cookies and bat milk. Bat milk.
Batman. Shark.
That's my
Repellent.
favorite line from that. How the fuck
But-
did I not remember that? That's fucking great.
Oh man. Okay.
But yeah,
Oh.
I couldn't, I didn't like them. But circling back, like Freddie Prince's rant about how it's like literally there, every character in there is somebody from Greek mythology, and just absolutely just sucking the dick of George Lucas. Like they didn't just make up all this shit at movie to movie, and it's like some of it works really well, some of it fucks with the continuity of the rest of it. But at least as long as George Lucas was primarily involved, it was relatively concise. And then you
Just like
get to the
Akira
newer
Toriyama.
movies, exactly, and then you get to
I
the
was gonna
newer
put-
movies, and they just took a huge shit over everything that was done before it, as if that's the only way to make a new character beloved is to take have them drop trow and take a shit on the previous hero's head.
You know what's funny? I feel like we keep going back to Akira Toriyama in this video. I think I'm just gonna put him as the fucking thumbnail. Like that's best movies and games of the year. Akira Toriyama's face. I guess, on like the bottom.
Okay,
left.
you know what's funny? Speaking, because when you were talking about nostalgia earlier and all that, and how they're remaking old things,
Mhm.
you know what movie I just saw recently and actually kind of enjoyed it. It was pretty good. The new Matrix, The Matrix Resurrections.
I'm so much fascinated by how that movie ended up being a thing,
I haven't
more than
watched
the
it
actual
yet.
movie itself.
You know what? Like it was. I mean, it was a little wonky, and there were obviously things where it's like, it's not the same, but
Mhm.
it was still good. Like
Was it okay?
honestly,
I haven't
the
seen
way
it
that
yet,
I
so
said
don't
it
know.
is I liked it just as much as the other ones.
Okay.
Well,
So
I don't want
take
to
that how
spoil
you-
anything for Nick, but the way I would say to watch it is to think about it as a meta commentary about Lana Wachowski being forced to make this movie, and
Yeah.
So I've
that'll
heard
Like
that.
the
I've heard
whole
that
the
it's a
whole movie is
troll
just
movie.
meta
Yeah.
as fuck. The whole thing is meta.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's
Like-
the one thing I have heard without getting spoiled. That it's supposed to just
Yeah.
be trolling like the fucking studio for them making it or some shit like that.
Yeah. Like the whole time it was like they're trying to do something new to subvert your expectations, but then the character is literally talking about how people are comfortable with nostalgia and they hate when their expectations are subverted and blah blah blah. And it's like I see what you're doing here.
I love that about the Wachowski siblings in general. I guess. Wait. Fuck.
I think it was only one of them for this one, wasn't it? Or was it both of them?
Yeah, no, I
There
just
was
can't
just
remember
one.
if they
It was
both transitioned
Lana.
or just one of them.
I think it was
No,
just
they both-
Lana. Oh, did they both? do
Lana
that?
and
Oh,
Laura now.
oh.
Lana and okay, so the Wachowski. It would be fair to say the Wachowski sisters then.
Yes.
Because before it was
it
Wachowski
was
brothers,
funny
then Wachowski siblings, Wachowski sisters, since they both identified themselves.
Yeah,
as
and
transition.
Lana's name was on here and everything, and I brought up to Kalo because we watched it when the credits started rolling. They had one part where it was like based on the original ideas of the Wachowskis, but just the way that they worded it as the Wachowskis, it was almost as if they were kind of paying homage to their past selves.
Almost
in
like
a way.
this movie, they're paying homage to the past.
Yeah,
movies.
sure, the whole movie could be. It absolutely was like how she was forced to make it, and it really shows. But it's almost like she's like, okay, now I can lay this to rest, and I can also lay this identity to rest.
I
just
love
thought it
that.
was kind of like, yeah, like just the way that they wrote the credit line, it was almost like, hey, I am not that person anymore, but we're paying credit to who we were with those ideas.
I think it's kind of funny. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I was forced to make this, so I was forced to get $5 million of a paycheck. I was forced to do this. Damn it! I took the $5 million under straight direct. Now I know, obviously, I'm just being a smartass, but like,
apparently,
I like the idea of her being like, no, don't give me the money, and they've got like a check.
Yeah,
like, no, get away.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim.
We got a wild XGP in the chat.
Actually joined.
Yeah, I was talking mad shit beforehand, saying like he's gonna show up in the last 5 fucking seconds, and then I'm gonna put like you as like a little tiny XGP.
Yeah, now you have to make it bigger.
Well. You see, you guys have these cool green screen things going on, and I don't.
It's a feature now on this.
They're
You should be able
literally
to
the
pull it up.
built-in background of Discord.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
You see
Yeah.
see if my camera's even working.
All right,
Watch
guys.
it
Well,
done.
since
But-
XGP is here, let's go ahead and wrap things
All
up.
right,
No,
cool. Well, yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
All right,
okay.
bye,
Well,
everybody.
yeah,
It's dinner time anyway.
yeah, it's like I got it.
No,
it's my camera doesn't want to work. Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Oh well, I guess I'm just a voice.
camera.
That's okay.
Yeah, I can.
But,
do the
So we've
To
actually,
catch you up, we're talking about
Okay.
the movies of the year, and right now we're on Matrix Resurrections, and like all of
Oh.
the shit that's happening in the background of it.
the other thing,
I
Themgrir
haven't-
just brought up a
I
really
haven't even
cool
watched that yet,
perspective.
so
the
Oh, so-
one thing though is
okay.
nothing is off limits. So it's you just had to have played it, watched it, or consumed it sometime
Okay.
this year.
Okay.
Speaking
well,
of
we
played,
just-
now that
we-
we have this, now that
Oh.
XGP is in here. Speaking of played, let's just get to the real meat and potatoes.
Hold on,
okay?
hold on.
Oh, hold on.
One second.
Hold on.
I want to say one thing beforehand. This is a
Hold on.
first for off the cuffs. We've got 4 people in an off the cuff. So yay, everyone!
Yes.
Let's get a clap. We made it happen. This couldn't have been without all of you guys supporting us.
Our always 3 ways has
Yeah.
finally become a
It
4-way.
has,
hell yeah,
It
hey
has.
yeah,
except
to
for
the
X,
quads.
except X.
Except
Glad
for
I'm
my-
still at
Yeah.
top.
All right.
Except I still don't have
You're
a
still
camera.
top actually. So
Alright.
we got Rec,
So,
Them, and X. So all
Aye.
right. So
And-
That's-
Eventually, if my camera will work or
now,
not. Ow!
now
It's okay.
Themgrir, go ahead. I know.
hold on. Rec, point corners with me.
I can't. Mine's over here.
Mine's
You're-
up
you're-
on my
you're-
screen.
you're-
So next to this side from me. You're
right
you're
here.
in that corner, and I'm and
I'm right.
Damn.
Is down here. Yeah. So I don't know.
Fucked up. Mine's
The
the
only way
only
we can-
continuity.
corner.
Yeah.
Mine's the only
The only way we
continuity
could-
that matters.
Exactly. I was gonna say the only way we could coordinate that so we're all touching corners is if Nick tells us where to point.
Themgrir, bottom
Alright.
left.
Bottom left.
Rex Teddy, top right. No, other way. Other way. My bad. You're left. I fucked up. I fucked that up. I fucked it up. And then I'm just gonna do it for X because his fucking camera doesn't want to work. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm in there. Yay!
That'll be our thing. Is like touching chips.
I'm gonna get like a
Alright, so-
graphic made. Just for
The only eighth gayest thing we've ever done together. So
That's only the eighth.
The eighth? I think there's one that was.
Hey, there we go. Yay, we made it happen.
Is it working now?
Yep.
yes.
Yeah,
Alright,
okay.
so-
Give yourselves a round of
Now
applause.
that
Okay.
X is here, there's one thing that the three of us have played this year that we have absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can see my eyes.
I agree.
It's like
Yeah.
And I'm
feeling is
pretty,
playing this
pretty
game.
sure you both know what game I'm thinking of.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory Emporium
On the PS2, the Johnny
on the
Depp version.
PS2, the Johnny Depp
Oh.
version.
Fantastic.
Johnny
I'm glad
Depp
I didn't say what I was gonna say. 'Cause it was like if I guess this wrong, I'm gonna shave my balls. But
Nope, it was actually a My Little Pony game.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yep. For the
That's
Game Boy
okay.
Advance.
Yeah.
But no,
GBA.
seriously, fucking Yakuza Like a Dragon. Can we
so good.
Yeah, I'm
just-
still I'm still playing it right now.
Same.
I haven't finished it yet. I have like 2 more chapters, I think.
Okay, you're further than I am then. So
So we'll keep.
I know
spoilers
this,
out.
I
Okay.
know you're up here
So
for me,
then-
but I know this guy over here is
So
already
then-
beating it. So.
Yeah.
Without spoiling too much for X, I just met some of the other.
Oh, I already know that they're in
Chairman.
it.
Oh, okay. So you already know.
Yes, I already know that they're in it. Yeah.
Asuma, Kiryu, and Dojima, and everybody. Okay.
Yes, I already know that. So
like,
you don't
I
have to
just-
worry about
yeah.
that. I know that.
That's about the part where I'm at. Where I just found out about Arakawa-san.
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
We were gonna go meet for Peking Duck,
Mhm.
and this is why you don't invite people you care about to Peking Duck because
They fucking-
stuff.
You know what's
Because this
funny?
is what happens.
I've wanted to get Peking Duck so bad after playing this. Rex just like
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea what's going on right now, but just
I don't.
It's a
I
great
thought he
game.
was gonna
It's a
say-
great game.
Apparently it's the way you prepare it is like you sun
Sun roast
dry. Yeah, you sun roast a duck, and then
Yep.
like marinate it so that it's all crispy throughout.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the
It's weird.
thing. Here's the thing with Peking Duck though. It sounds delicious, but it seems like anytime you try to fucking have it, you die. So I'm
Yeah,
not
so never
trying
get
to
a Peking
have
Duck.
Peking Duck ever. Fuck that shit. No.
But
It's
I
The
thought he
only
was gonna
people-
say
the
Halo
only- the only-
Infinite.
We've been playing it,
I've been playing that. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I have some choice words about that game. Oh.
Well, we'll
One-
get to stuff
I have
that
some I got some choice words about that game.
we'll get to after this. You know, we'll talk. We could actually switch gears and talk about shit that we didn't like too, because there's quite a few things that I didn't like this year. But
Absolutely hated the Spider-Man movie. I'm just kidding.
we actually just got to
No,
talking about.
no.
I've
Yeah,
almost
you were
skin
with
you.
us in the
Right.
theater.
No, it was
You need to
terrible.
stab
Absolutely
yourself.
garbage. No.
I could
We're gonna
fucking
go ahead
smell your
and-
boner from 9 seats away.
Yeah, I know.
We took up half the
That's
fucking
funny.
theater. But so with Like a Dragon, or as I should call it, Dragon Quest 12, because it might as well be
Yes.
Dragon Quest 12 at this
Dragon
point.
Quest 12. Yeah.
I would give it a 9.8 out of 10. And
10.
the only reason I don't give it a 10 is because they don't explain certain things very well. Like they don't explain the permanent stats very well. The Enforcer class, you would never know you
Oh.
could get that unless, or not the Enforcer, the Demolition class or whatever.
Oh yeah, with the
Yeah, there's just
Oh,
certain
yeah.
things they don't explain. And despite the fact that I loved the business minigame, and I really did, it was so fucking grindy that like just to, because the thing, okay, you get Aerie, you know, the secret character, you can get her, and that's great, that's fantastic. But the only way you can level up her social link thing is to
is by
complete-
doing that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you don't want to not do that because if you don't have her in the party, she's not going to get as much experience. So it's that gotcha aspect where they fucking make you keep playing that.
So X, I heard that you bought employees for that.
Oh hell yeah! I didn't want to sit there and do it again for a third time.
That's right, because he already played through most of it, but had to start
Yeah.
the game over so his wife could watch.
Yeah, because I started it back before, because when I went to BLC for a month, I started it right before then, and then I got the note, oh hey, you're going to BLC next month. What? I'm like, well shit, I gotta
gone
stop
for a
playing
month.
this now. And I was gone for a month, and I didn't want to come back and play it. And then I just remember talking to him about it, and
Yep.
I was just like, I'm like, you have got to play this, because we were talking about something. Like, no, you got to play this instead because of Adachi as a breaker class. The beatboxing gangster
did
is the
that too.
funniest thing
I'm
in the
gonna
world.
send this to Rex so he can see it.
Yeah, it is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. It's just like this
Rack.
old beatnik detective as a breakdancing rapper who's just like, oh yeah, and just dancing and doing kick moves.
I'm
and
fairly positive Like a Dragon's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass,
it's free on
you
Game
might be able
Pass.
to play
What are they
it.
doing? Oh, they're breakdance fighting.
This entire time, the only thing that's been going through my mind is I know some of these words.
I know a couple of these words.
All right, here. Let me try to explain it in the easiest, simplest terms.
Okay.
Imagine a grizzled 59-year-old ex-detective
Mm-hmm.
in
Got it.
a
Hard-boiled.
brimmed 90s hat with 2 shirts, a short sleeve on top of a long
Gold
sleeve,
chains.
a bunch of gold chains, and when he stands, he kind of just goes like this, and all of his moves are like breakdancing, kicking, upside down kick moves.
I
Got
sent
it. The
you
worst
the
parts
trailer.
of Michael Jackson and Vanilla Ice mixed together. Got it.
Oh, it's worse than that. It's great. But it's like an Asian
an
one,
old,
so it's even
an old
better.
59-year-old Japanese man.
I sent you the trailer to your phone.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I'll have to watch it
But
later.
Okay.
what I'd actually give this game, from what I was playing it, I'd actually give it about, maybe like a 9.5-ish, because I haven't beaten it yet. But for what I'm playing it,
Man, that ending.
just
Oh my god.
just because
I'm almost
the simple
there.
fact is,
Yeah.
I don't like the management mode. I didn't like it. That's why, as I said, screw it. I'm just buying the DLC for it, and I just get through it the second time,
I don't
because
know.
I just I
Yeah,
could
I
not
get it.
stand the grind. 'Cause
Honestly, other than it
it
being
took no
grindy,
time at all to get through it again.
Didn't mind it all that much. It was
I
just
liked it.
consuming.
What,
Well,
what was
okay,
what I loved
Themgrir-
about it though was the fact it was just like what else I can't talk, but what else they had a go-kart racing minigame, they had
Yep.
baseball in it again, they had golf in it if you found it.
Yep.
So, and then there is
Themgrir-
something I told him about, but I'll tell you privately. I won't tell it on here, that I found out about the game. That actually helps tremendously.
Yeah. So, okay.
Um,
what did I tell you about the business thing the other day?
Jesus.
Huh?
You can't just stroke my dick like that. Jeez.
Wait, what?
Oh,
No,
what I said.
He's
No.
teasing me. He's like, I'm going to tell you something privately. No, just tell me now. I gotta know.
No.
Well, now you know how I feel. I know how the game ended like 3 days ago, and I'm still sitting here like, because I have a theory.
Talk.
Yeah, I have a theory, and I can't say anything because it'll ruin like the big surprise or one of the
twist
big
is,
surprises.
Mega Man
Give me
8.
give me like another day or two. And
You know-
Here's the last thing I'll say on the game is that final super duper extra special dungeon. This is the only reason I give it a 9.8 is because
Through Millennium.
yes. So when you beat the game, you get premium adventure mode. So they unlock an extra dungeon called the final Millennium Tower. So you go up it, and it's tough, but it's doable, right? And then you beat it, and they were like, oh, by the way, psych, that was actually a joke. That's not the hardest challenge in the game. You have to go around back for this. So you go around back for it, and it's like, you have to be level 99. Minimum level 99. The max is 99. And your job should be level 90. So guess what I did all day yesterday? I got all my fucking characters to level 99 and one job to level 90. Or 90 to 99-ish. And you know what happened the minute I got in there? I got fucking stomped so hard. I managed to beat the first 2 enemies. And it's 5 floors of these fuckers. On top of bosses. So there's bosses you have to fight again in there, which I won't spoil if they are. You'll know when it starts happening. But you have to fight bosses again. And you have to fight the technical final boss again before you fight the true final boss guy. And I couldn't get past the first it's fucking ridiculous. And that's when I realized you get permanent stat boosts for leveling up certain jobs. And I'm just like, they might have said that in a random fucking obscure menu somewhere, but I think they could have done a better job explaining that. So now the only chance I have of getting fucking through there is going back and maxing out other classes. And I'm just like, holy shit, are you kidding me? I'm not kidding. Well, I'll ask Lady C later. like, that's all I did yesterday was sat there and grinded that shit out. Aside from a little thing. Oh, there's a wild lady sea that just appeared.
Hello, gorgeous.
Ah, she's fading in and out of reality. It's the Matrix.
You know what's funny? I found I can't remember where I bought it. I'll have to look for it again. But I found an item that will help you with that. And it's like a Kisawa drink. And
Oh,
it
the
raises-
Kiwami.
Oh yeah,
Kiwami
where you
drink.
can,
Yeah, the
So-
Kiwami
you can drink it and
raises
give
your,
experience. Yeah.
experience for the
So-
battle.
So Rec, I
So
like the
here-
beard. So Rec, I like the beard.
I'm glad. I'm actually going to trim it.
Looks good
Oh.
though. So
Yeah.
with the Kiwami,
It's going straight down.
Nice. That'll actually look really fucking sick, having to go straight down
Yeah.
like that. So with the training, so you can find training gears and stuff like that that'll literally raise your stat boost to 2 times, and then you use a Kiwami drink to get it to 2.2%, but that's the max that it'll go up. And I was just like, oh my fucking god.
It's still quite a bit, especially
It
if you're
is.
getting like 60 or 70,000 points.
It is. Well, if there's a one enemy that'll give you, I think it's like 150,000 per fucking thing, and then times 2.5, so you're getting like 370k a match. So, but yeah, 9 out of 10. Love the game to death. We can't talk spoilers. Maybe when we beat the game, we'll be able to do another off the cuff on that. But that's my game of the year, honestly.
I even say,
I
even
know.
say, I
That or Resident Evil 8, honestly. For
So
me.
if I had to say game of the year for me, just because
We'll do the round table.
I was gonna say just because I waited 20 years for the damn thing and it was amazing was Metroid. Absolutely. Like,
okay, game
not
of the year
even
has to
because
be
it's
limited to this
Nintendo.
year. We'll say
Yeah.
that.
It was Metroid.
Okay.
I love Resident Evil Village a lot, and I played through it. You guys, it was on my stream and everything too. But I also streamed Metroid. But
link it
that
below.
was last year.
yeah, I waited. I was so like, just blown away by Dread. It was ridiculous. Like I was
Yeah.
like, it's everything I wanted for it. So
For me, it would be Village. That game came out, and I played the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
So it's for me, it's Village, easy. So
The amount of porn, just the sheer amount of porn.
I-
that
of
made
Lady
I
Dimitrescu.
loved
that
all of
made a
it.
game of the year
I
for
still
me.
have a ton of it saved. I am not ashamed of it.
hmm
Uh,
Give me the regular,
I-
give me the
Yes.
Fudas,
Yeah.
give me it all. I'll take all
That's
of it.
the thing.
all of
You
it.
should be.
Mommy fucking milkers. So,
Oh, God, yeah.
Rec, what would you say your game of the year was though? Like out of everything you played just this year though, we're limited to had to come out this year
Oh,
that you can think of course.
none. I don't have a game of the year this year.
Oh really?
Kind of sad. Yeah, it's
Oh,
kind of
'cause
sad.
You haven't played Resident Evil 8 yet though, right?
No, I don't usually do story-based games.
That's true.
I
You're
am.
more of a multiplayer guy.
This is this is like the only aspect of our friendship where I'm like the jock is that I usually just play FPSs.
No, yeah, that's
See,
fair.
this is why we should get him more into fighting games.
Yep. Yep.
and sadly, I can say that Strive is not in that top at all.
I desperately want to play like MMOs and shit like that, but my fucking god, do they take so much time?
Hey,
And
if
there's so
we
much
can
to them.
find a decent free MMO or an MMO that we all still have, I'd totally get down on that once everything settles down.
Yeah.
That I'd say
Speaking of
Warframe, but
Oh, well.
Speaking
least
of
it's
MMOs,
free.
there's this one. It's free on Xbox for some on Game Pass or whatever. I don't know. It's brand new. It's like on a game preview. I told you about this
Yep.
before already.
Yeah, remember telling me about it
But
yesterday.
I think it's like called Craftopia or something. It's literally like I guess it's like Breath of the Wild, but not. And it's like an MMO, but it's also like Minecraft. It's also like Diablo because you go into dungeons like Diablo, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the? It's wet, and you get you can make motorcycles and shit, and you obviously get an air glider like in Breath of the Wild. But look at it. It's free on Xbox,
It's
but
called
if not, it's
Craftopia.
it's free on
I
Xbox.
think I've
But
heard of it, I think I saw it, yeah.
it's free on Xbox, but on Steam it's like $20. And I'm just like, well, if you have an Xbox, get it. It's free because it's interesting, but
Okay.
it's brand new and they're
Probably.
still in their like beta or alpha or some shit, like Phasmophobia, where they'll never get out of their beta.
well, then it doesn't really help with like we all. I mean, there's some crossover for all of us in our taste in games and stuff like that.
Oh.
But
Wait, I have another game for Game of the Year that came out this year that I really loved.
Go for it.
Castle in the Clouds.
Castle. Is that the porn game you were playing?
Yeah, that was it was
That explains why we haven't heard of it.
Castlevania game,
Yeah.
and like no, the best part of it is one of the bosses. At one point, she's like in the part of the background because she's so big, and at one point you jump up and the platform is the top of her breasts, and you're like literally hitting her face from the top.
That's
of her boobs.
inventive as fuck.
Fucking
I gotta say that. You know,
Great.
I'm still waiting for your video to come out, man. I'm throwing shade right now. I'm still waiting for that.
No,
I know you've got
absolutely.
stuff going on. I know you got stuff going on, but the only reason I haven't done it yet is because you're gonna do it.
No, what started
Speaking of
off
shade
as
that needs to be
a
thrown here,
mental
Mr.
break-
Mega Man 8.
Yeah, that came
what
out.
started-
Yeah, but where's that picture I sent you? Of all of the 2 games I sent you, huh?
Mr.
Where's that?
Fear
So-
series.
So I'll tell
Just
this. I know
kidding.
fear needs to get done too. I know. I'm fucking hypocrite. So
We got
funny-
you, them. You're good.
Yeah, they're just fucking
No,
on
like,
the shit
no,
on me
it's
right
all
now.
good. Like,
Honestly,
and
it wasn't a
bad
minute, though.
because I haven't told any of the fans about it either, so I feel a little bad because
Nah, it's all good.
it's-
I shouldn't
it's-
have called you
it
out on that. I
started-
apologize.
No. It started off as a mental break, but then my computer broke. So,
Yeah.
like, all of my streaming software and editing shit was on the other computers. So, unfortunately, until I get settled in the new house and get a new one to work off of, I'm gonna have to put that video on hiatus.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And I've unfortunately been on hiatus from streaming since then too. But it's not that I don't want to; it's just now I can't at the moment. And then we're moving.
Honestly, to be fair, man, like the same thing kind of happened with me. I got exhausted from trying to get people to continuously like appear on Halcyon and Bedlam.
Yeah.
I was trying to release one every Thursday, but without somebody to kind of bounce off of, I don't really even know what kind of content I would make without just having a conversation.
Yeah.
So it's you hit that block, and then it's just like fuck. And then streaming, oh my god, streaming's disheartening as hell.
I
I
got to a
can
point where
attest
I
to
was
that a
only
little
streaming
bit. Yeah.
fight nights, like
Mhm.
once a week
Yeah.
fight nights, just because that was the only time where everybody got together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
So-
I mean, I guess we could technically stream like when we do. I mean, honestly, we haven't even all gotten together to play games as a group in a while. Granted,
No,
it is the
it's been a while.
holidays. We've all been like super busy. Like, I've barely been able to fart out 2 videos through this entire holiday fucking season. So it's like,
I've just been using all of the sales to like get equipment and stuff to make videos and shit. So
Smart.
like I finally got a GoPro.
oh,
I've been
nice,
testing
yeah.
the time lapse and like, well, I want to use this for
Yeah.
forging and stuff, and I
My
need to make sure
newer-
this thing's not going to get burnt to hell. So
Yeah.
Newer capture card. My new-ish Chevy
Newish capture
Malibu.
card. Yeah,
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I had a car
Um,
blow up earlier this year too. That was fun.
But
I finally got all my leather working stuff too. So
and it
Oh,
comes.
wait,
with-
Nick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell them the story about how
Oh.
long that car sat in that parking.
No, you've told me this
Okay,
already. I know
so-
that. Yeah.
For those that don't know, I still have this car. When I got out of the army, I bought a 2004 Chevy Impala, a red one. I called it the Red Queen. And, I changed it a couple times. It was the Red Queen some days. Other days, it was fucking Dazzler just to be an asshole. You know, just whatever I felt like that day. So, this car...
I was red piece of shit one time. I remember that.
Yeah, red piece of shit a lot of times, actually. How many times I had to fucking bring that
I
thing
like.
I called it the Bride.
Truck.
The Bride of Frankenstein because of how many times I had to bring that bitch back to life. That's one of the reasons I have a Bride of Frankenstein poster up in my bathroom, just FYI, people. It's one of the reasons. It's also one of my favorites. Anyway,
After bringing that car back to life so many times.
yeah, it's my baby. It's my boo right there. So, what happened
Yeah, I
was
remember
my...
from the Dragon Quest video suffered from it too.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking get there. That's a whole rabbit hole, some Rebel Light rabbit hole bullshit. So anyway, what happened was we went to the gym, and all of a sudden I go to turn the car on, and the fucking battery terminals in the car melt, and I'm like, oh fuck! And I couldn't. At that point, the electrical shortage, the whole thing just wouldn't fucking work. So it sat there. I'm not gonna say where because I don't want to fucking incriminate myself or anything like that. But it was funny. It sat there for what 3 months?
Oh yeah.
About 3 months, and no one said anything. And then finally we go there 3 months later, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is illegal. You have to move this, or we're gonna tow it." We wrote down the license and
And wasn't the final notice just like a few days before?
Yeah, it was. No, it was like a week and a half before. So they put the final notice, but then still waited like 2 weeks. And I was like,
They really didn't want to take that car.
they were like, we really don't want this
With
thing.
your own shit.
Yeah, so yeah, it finally got towed, and now it's back at home, and I'm gonna fix it and probably sell it, maybe. I don't know. It's like being in an
So
abusive
you-
relationship.
hey.
It's hard to get out.
Alive again.
Can I talk about the what happened the day we bought it? Because I was there
Oh
with you.
yeah, go ahead and
Right?
tell that story.
Okay, good.
God.
So I immediately after I got to the end of it, I wanted to make a joke about it. I was like, just make sure you leave all of your fucking garbage in the trunk. So to explain what that means, this
Yeah.
guy, we went over there to look at it. It was running really well. It was accelerating just fine. The AC was actually working, and it was cold. This dude would not shut the fuck up about how the AC was working and it was cold. And I was just
yeah,
kind of like,
thanks, I know.
shut up so we can hear how this thing runs and stuff.
Yep.
And it turns out the reason why he was so adamant about the AC and the reason why he wanted to make sure that he got the fuck out of there as quickly as possible. And we learned a very valuable lesson here. If you're buying a car used directly from the person selling it, check the trunk.
Always
Because
check the trunk.
they left a bunch of like old baby
Oh,
clothes
you're-
and garbage
you're
and
skip-
toys.
You're skipping over a great part though. So right
Oh,
after I
God.
hand him the money, it's signed over to me everything. He looks at us dead in the eyes and goes, "Oh yeah, if you guys don't mind getting rid of the stuff in the trunk, that'd be awesome. Okay, bye." I'm not even, just exactly like that. Then he ran back to his car, didn't look at us at all, hopped in, and they fucking sped off. And as they were driving, they were looking at us like, and Rek and I stop, and I'm holding the key like this. All right, and Rek and I just kind of slowly look at each other, and then we look at the trunk. And we're like, "Are we about to fucking find a dead body in here?" Like, and we're like,
There was a sentence there that's missing from this because
Oh,
the
okay.
next thing out of my mouth was, "Should I shoot him?"
"That's right, that's right." Yeah. So we, against our better judgment, we slowly opened the trunk and just baby clothes, bullshit. I guess they had tried to start a catering company and it just didn't fucking work out. So I had a bunch of giant umbrellas that had like shit all over them in there.
And I don't know how the baby clothes got lumped in with that whole thing, but yeah, it's like
Fucking Arizona for you, man. And it was just stupid.
suspicious combinations of that's like a drinking game. Suspicious combinations of businesses, daycare and Chinese restaurant.
So here's the thing, right? Now I have to circle back to something X had brought up with my most recent video, my Mega Man 8 video.
Oh yeah,
I had
yeah.
actually, and then I'll address fear because that's something I do need to talk about.
No,
So-
let me start with this story here. So
I was just being mean.
it all begins on a little winter night. I get a message and a phone call saying, "Hey, no, I'm just kidding. No.
Well, I was pushy though.
So he was on like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a Mega Man video, or not Mega Man video. It was something like that, but it was like, "Hey, do you have Mega Man 8 by any chance?" I'm like,
The physical
I
copy.
think I do. The physical copies of the game. I'm like, I think I do. Let me go check. And we were talking on the phone. I think it was, and we were talking about a Lundra, I think, as well.
Yep.
And then I looked. I'm like, oh yeah, I have the copy of Mega Man 8 right here. And I'm like, oh, because I was saying I had my Japanese copy of Rockman 8, the best of the family version. And then I'm like, oh cool. And then I went through the little boxes again. I'm like, oh wait, no, I got both of them because I thought James would have had the other one.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I got both of them. He's like, oh cool, can you take a picture and send it to me? And
Well,
then he asked me, he's like, hey, can I use this
Yeah.
because I'm gonna do a video and I'm gonna put this in the Mega Man 8 video. I'm like, yeah, sure. Sure enough, the video comes out recently. That picture's nowhere in sight, not even in the video at all.
Neither
And I'm
did
like,
I
so
ever
you
go into-
hassled me. You hassled me for these pictures for like 2-3 weeks to send this thing, and you did almost a month, and you didn't even use it in the video.
Do you have the games nearby so you can show them that like I legit told you to go fucking dig them out?
I think they're back in their
Yes.
box already because
Oh,
I
Make
didn't
him do
hack
it again.
So
I don't know.
But,
Make him do it
Do
again.
just give me a minute here.
Oh, he's actually gonna go do it. Damn it! No, X, don't. Oh god, this power that I have, I
He's-
didn't realize.
He's a good dude.
He's
a good
too
dude.
good of a dude. I have to take this green jacket off. I keep
Okay.
disappearing in the background. There's Luna. There's the love bug.
Oh yeah, she's. I remember when they first got her.
She was like that big.
Yeah.
So funny story. I almost don't want to tell this story without X being here because it's okay. I will because he wasn't actually here when this happened either, but he knows the story. So for his wife's birthday, we had a birthday surprise set up at my place. So we had built everything up, had everything nice, and he dropped Luna, his dog, off in the morning at like 3 in the morning or so. So she's sleeping. So in the morning, before he brought his wife over, I had taken Luna and my dog, Gray, everyone knows Gray, who's sleeping right below me right now. They all know them. So we take them out to go potty, and Luna is still a puppy. Right? She's still a baby. So she doesn't understand certain things. So Gray's clearly a bigger dog. He fucking lifts his leg to take a piss, and she sees it and runs straight at it and stands underneath it. And I'm sitting there like, Luna, no, Luna. And she's just like, just fucking straight up golden showered. And I'm like, dog, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you do this? So I give her like a bath, and it took me like 10 minutes to get the fucking piss stains. Because she's fucking bleach white. To get out of there, and she shows up, and I take Tim aside, or X aside. I'm like, your dog ran straight under my dog and got a fucking golden shower. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Your dog fucking nosedived right into my dog's piss when he was fucking taking a piss. To this day, I try to think that I'll never forget it, because it was so fun, because the minute she got under there, she looked right at me like... Because his dog's got this derpy face. I don't know if he'll be able to show it, but she's got this derpy face.
I mean, she is just kind of right there. She just needs to
just turn like a degree, and we could see it. She's a good
Luna.
dog. Luna. Oh,
Luna.
We're probably on.
It's headset. It probably isn't even going that far.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
So we're all just like, Luna, hey.
Luna, oh my god.
That would be adorable, though, if she was just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that noise? What?
Granted, I'm pretty sure she's just staring at whatever Tim's doing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just be like...
So, while we're waiting for X to come back, before we get into some of our worst shit this year, I'll bring up fear. So, I've mentioned multiple times, even on Twitter, I had to take a break from Twitter. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I've taken a break from a lot of things. So... Here's the thing with fear, right? Fear, it's a lot of work getting those done. I've shot all of them. They're all done. It's just the thing with fear is it takes a lot of time to edit because I have to rewatch the episodes and I have to redo voiceovers with it. So in terms of in front of the camera stuff, it's done. It's just the VO stuff.
That's fair.
I was actually thinking about doing its own separate thing, but since you brought it up, I was like, you know what? I might as well just address it now. It's gonna get done probably next year.
So because you made me wait for six weeks or so, I'm decided to show a real treat to you instead. Your favorite Mega Man game ever.
The fucking worst Mega Man X game, you mean?
You know what's funny? You say
no,
that,
but
and that was
these two.
And X, the game that I played, and I loved it.
Oh, I hate that game. Oh, wait, so again, you fucking yeah. I made him fucking go out of his way to fucking get those, and I just was like, whatever.
Once again, I'm the jock of the group because I was introduced to Mega Man through the
discs.
Oh shit! Well, hold on, I forgot what it was called.
Yeah, I do not like X6. So I know you love that one. That's fine. I respect that. I don't like it. I think it sucks.
X6 was my first Mega Man X game, and it made me fall in love with it. That's probably
it did one thing right then. Same with this Japanese copy.
I'm looking at the bosses, and I'm like, oh yeah, Yamato guy,
Commander
Yamart,
Commander Yamart
Turtle.
Here she is.
Lady sees encountering the Broodmother.
She is the girl.
Oh Jesus, she's such a hot.
Wait, what is she playing right now? Is she still
Dragon Age
playing
Origins? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Look at those titties.
That's me when I eat everything.
I don't know, did you guys hear that? Did you hear her say that?
Yeah, I did.
See, like,
That's me when I eat everything.
Dimwit's not even gonna show it because of the stupid thing, but the giant turtle guy, the shark dude, the wolf dude, like.
I don't disagree. I actually like the boss designs in 6. I just think the level design is fucking trash.
The
level design was hard.
Yeah, I just thought it was trash, man. Like I think every other Mega Man game did it better.
The game is almost the game is almost unbeatable unless you have one of the armors. If you don't have any, like I think it's like the shadow armor or the blade armor, you can't beat the game at all.
Yeah,
Oh,
They
no
make it.
wonder it was so hard for me to beat then as a kid.
Yeah,
probably.
you make it. It's it because on Gates Laboratory level 3, I think it is, or level 2. There's literally a part in the game where you have to have an air dash, and if you don't have the air dash, you can't beat the game.
Yeah, you actually
You
can't.
have- they physically made it so you can't beat it. And it's like,
I finally
what?
beat it for the first time last year, and I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like?" And maybe I'm wrong. There's probably gonna be someone out there that can fucking do it without the air dash. But
Probably.
my new series of why the hate of this, it's probably not gonna do for X6. Like, I mean, I might still, even though I don't like it, I could at least explain why people fucking don't like it. But
Well,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say
find it.
one really since why the hate games is one I keep bringing up with you constantly is actually X7.
Well,
That's
we're
actually,
gonna do a crossover for that one, so
yeah,
the
because
less we say about that,
X7's
the better.
X7's actually one of my
X6 and X7 for me is just kind of.
yeah. See, that's everybody gets that every time I mention X7. There's
Yeah, so we do have a future video. We're going to be crossing over. That won't be for a couple months because X is in the process of moving. I won't say when
Yeah.
or anything like that. But
yeah, I'm in the process of moving and I'm
Me
not
too.
going to be situated.
Yay.
Yeah, hey, yay.
so crossovers are going to be
You
kind of
didn't-
hard. Let's reckon I do a crossover at some point. We might be able to. I got to get back on your
Like
podcast
make
too.
a day trip.
I think I might be having an uncanny, not uncanny valley, fucking Mandela effect here. Do you guys remember like a Disney or a Teen Nick show or something like that about Mega Man where they're like it's like so unbelievably inspired by anime and then like all of the characters are just Mega Man
Talking about Mega Man
counterpart
Battle
characters.
Network.
Oh, let me double check.
Metabots?
Is it? Are
Could
you,
be
are you-
Metabots.
It could be Metabots. Yeah.
Try Mega Man NT Warrior
Yeah.
because if it's
Yeah,
if it's Mega Man, that might be
Or
it.
Star Force.
Could be Star Force
No,
too.
no. It's Battle Network.
Is it
Okay.
Battle Network?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I figured.
It was
Yeah.
on. It was
As soon
on
as I
4
saw the
Kids.
logo with
Yeah.
the yellow
The
circle
gear,
and the red,
the
yeah,
gear.
yeah, this was
Was it
the
not-
first
not-
Mega Man thing I ever saw, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's still one of my fondest memories as a child, especially
the
like
Network series is one of the
Well,
best.
Dude,
Yeah.
Battle Network, even the games itself are
Mhm.
phenomenal.
They were
And I
fun.
just started playing. I've been playing through the Star Force games, which is actually the direct sequel to it. Like
Really?
I think like 50 years or 100 years or so later from Network, and it's super good. Like I need
I'm
to
gonna-
finish streaming it, but like
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut
It's
you off. I'm gonna
super
go.
good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. So
Okay.
you guys can keep talking or whatever, or use the bathroom or whatever too. And then when we get back, or when I get back, if you guys are still chatting or whatever, that's cool. If not, we'll switch gears and we'll do the worst things or whatever. I know, like again,
you're
this is off the cuff.
no, I got to talk about Halo.
No, that's what. Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm sure you wanted to. You got a bone to pick with that. So I was like, okay.
I feel bad because
I'll
you
BRB.
guys have been playing that and I haven't gotten that yet.
I'll keep it straight. Once he gets back, I'll just lay it all out because oh man, okay, I'll set it right here that the multiplayer is fun, but then I'll get into it why it's also not fun. So like
Is everybody
uh,
teabag like they did back in the
no, it has nothing to do with teabagging or anything. It's
No,
more of the
that's
lack
nostalgia.
Of what they, yeah, that's nostalgia. It's more of the lack of what they don't have. It's oh man, it's bad. Like it's very okay. So the campaign, because I beat the campaign of it already.
Mhm.
Campaign is probably one of the best story they've had for a while in Halo.
That's
It's
good. Okay.
very, 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 very good.
It's
Story
only
wise,
2 games later, so
Yeah.
a long time, but 2 games later.
after 2 games, it finally is a very, very good story.
Mhm.
But the campaign itself, yeah, I'll get into it in a little bit.
That
So
reminds me
anyway,
of something on a mildly separate but also kind of related topic. I got into an argument with some jackass about basically just semantics about Cortana. She's not.
Oh,
she's
God.
not. Yeah, like literally, like that age old concept of AI in media and stuff. How it's just like okay, so it's like physically they are not human, but eventually they develop these emotions and these things, and it's like the post was her speech about the sun and how she knows everything about why the sun that she's looking at is fake, but she'll never truly understand if it looks real. But she has all this emotional capability. She has this ability to relate, to feel, to care about people and things like that. So it's like on a certain level, she's not physically human, but she's somehow more human than some of the other some people that you might know in real life. And there's always this autistic shit that comes up every time you
What
say
the
something like that. Who's just like, we're talking about Cortana.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got into an argument with somebody about semantics for this because I was talking about it in a human in a sense of like a spiritual and ethereal essence that Cortana as a character is intended at this point anyway to display a machine becoming a person, not just like becoming a physical flesh and blood human being. But this person goes, she's an AI, she's literally not human. I was like,
That's not the point.
fuck, okay, no, I'm spending the next 3 days on you.
I
Which,
will
if
destroy
anybody follows my Twitter, you'll see I do that quite frequently on a bunch of different
It's
topics.
make sure to check him out. He's linked below.
So now that he's back, now that Reb's back, let's go on my little diagnosis of Halo Infinite. Okay.
Okay.
Go
So
for
where
it.
do you want me to start? Do you want me to start in campaign or do you want me to start on multiplayer?
Oh, just dive in.
Okay.
I
so
haven't
I'll
played
start-
campaign yet, so I
Okay,
can help with multiplayer.
Okay, so I'll start with the multiplayer because who's played it, they can understand. The simple fact is when it first came out, because I got it when it first came out because it was free for me
Yep.
because I had Game Pass or whatever.
Same.
There's only like 3 modes in the game,
And
or
hey,
like 4
you can
modes.
fucking-
And there's like nothing. They didn't. Okay, so they had Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Oddball, which you grab a ball. I think it was from Halo 3.
Yep.
And a new one where you capture bases, which was
There's
fun.
an article about how Oddball is transphobic.
Oh God!
Of course
Anyway,
it is. Of course it
Of
is.
course,
I
why
haven't
not?
said to you guys, it's the funniest
Yeah.
fucking thing
How?
I've read this year. I
How?
don't know.
I'm
I've read
curious
the
to
article
know
and I
how.
still don't know.
Send it to me. I
So-
need to read it.
So Reb and I were trying to do this as well as one of my other friends from New York. We were trying to play it, and we realized when we're trying to do like Slayer and deathmatch, there's no free for all deathmatch. It's
Yeah.
only team deathmatches.
Yeah, and we were like,
So you can't do a free for all if you have it. So
I think
there's
it's
no
in there
free for all
now,
whatsoever.
but
It's now. They updated it
but
free.
how-
It's a
how
free
do you-
update.
How do you launch
So-
a fucking multiplayer game without basic ass deathmatch, basic ass Slayer?
Yeah.
Like, how do you
There's
do
no-
that? Like,
There's no free for all. If you guys wanted to just play like against each other, just shooting each other like crazy, nope, you couldn't do it. And
It's a pretty solid rule of thumb that if you can't include
Yeah.
something in your game that was available in games before the internet was usually readily available in most homes, you fucked up.
and you know what?
Mhm.
I know there's gonna be someone out there that's like, well, Overwatch didn't have it, and I will argue, okay, Overwatch never said that it was like like that, and also if you go into the training mode, it's there. Like they have free for all fucking attack modes in there. Halo didn't even do that. So I don't fucking...
Halo didn't even have a fucking. They had a 2-minute training mode that was shit.
Yes.
And they have. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
They have.
We
They
did
have
it, guys.
They have
Training
bot
mode.
mode where you can fight bots.
Yes, we did
and
it.
if you don't like, if you before free for all came around, because they heard a bunch of people complain why there was no free for all. They had team
That'll subvert
deathmatch
their
still, and you could
expectations.
add bots to the other team, so you and your team can fight these bots. But I'm like, but what if we just want to fight each other as like a 4-way and just be assholes to each other? We couldn't do that, you know.
Yes! We
Like,
fucking
we
knocked
can do
it out of
that.
the park, guys.
And then
10
also
out of
too,
10 game right here.
Or
Dorito
test the
Awards.
weapons, you know, there's like
Yeah,
some
oh,
people's
God.
entire channels
Some of these
are
weapons-
literally just that.
yeah, some of the weapons are horseshit. Like some of them don't even work correctly unless you play the campaign mode. Like the only weapon that is actually good in it is, I think, the pistol, because the
Which
rocket
is
launcher
ironic.
never.
Pistol
Yeah,
has
'cause-
always been good.
Yeah,
Don't
the
knock it.
sidekick,
Well-
and the worst weapon now is, it used to be my favorite one, was the carbine rifle. They changed it to a fucking plasma like assault rifle.
I
and
will
it
say
sucks ass.
the pistol in 2 wasn't very good, but then they reverted it back to the pistol from 1 in 3, and then it became good again.
Like
Which,
it's,
I'm going to be honest with you, that just kind of tracks for the army. even in space. Actually, no.
Go ahead.
There's this guy. I'm on TikTok more than these guys are because
Yeah.
I don't have a life and I'm perfectly
know, I'm
fine
getting one,
subjecting
people, don't
myself to
worry.
bullshit. You don't have to.
I've had people tell me that I should so that I can do. Oh, there's Luna. There she is.
No,
Hi, sweetie.
May just walked by right here. but
I told them
she's
the
a-
story about how Luna ran straight into Gray, taking a pee.
Oh, everybody's heard that story.
Yeah,
That's-
and how I had to like
I know.
give her a bath. I was like, God damn it, dog.
So
Anyway.
one of the things I saw there was a 4-part thing of this person just complaining about how obsolete the Halo weapons are, and I was just like, fucking freedom seeds and magic fairy dust that makes fucking shit go boom. I don't know how much more advanced you really want them to be. It's already incredible. But they were talking about how like oh, well, the assault rifle, this is supposed to be a couple thousand years after our time, so why is it still in 7.62 NATO? It's like because it's for people,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the
humans.
we've kind of figured out over a while what works the best in the situation. So
How can I get this tiny rock that's like got a spiked tip at it inside that person better? This is the best way to do it.
yeah.
you
So-
know?
And even then, like, do they think the standard units of measurement are going to go away just
Yes.
because it's even if all rifles become like fucking railguns, like just full
Show you
auto
my
railguns,
Show you my
where it's
railgun.
you literally just have a fucking magazine full of bullets,
It's that
not
big,
not
too.
not not the actual
big.
cartridges, but just the bullet heads.
That's how big
feeds
my
into this
railgun
thing.
is.
And then-
My railgun is that big. That's the and
Yeah,
that's exact measurement too.
And it's a mile wide, if you know what I'm talking about.
I'm fucking Shawn Michaels. Oh, don't worry. I'm definitely wearing that. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
But,
But yeah, this
so-
seriously 4-part video of this person
Yeah.
just talking about how obsolete. The only part I agree with him here is that all of the other guns have ridiculously large cartridges except the pistol. The pistol is the only one that's basically like the same size. Somewhere
As
I
a
don't remember the
normal.
yeah, it's somewhere in between like a 45 ACP and a 9mm. Somewhere in there. It's a normal fucking pistol round, which is weird because all of the other pistols were like they shot these fucking like absolute chode bullets, but these ones
Super
don't.
chode.
Yeah, but
Um,
somehow they're just as effective. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Pray tell, what is the super chode bullet?
I was just hold on. Let me
It's a
look
bullet
up what
that's
the
a
unit
chode.
of measurement was for it. The
Jeez.
bullet size for the Halo pistols.
Okay, you look that up, Tim or X. Keep
Oh,
going. I gotta
okay,
look that
okay.
up
So
while he looks that up.
now, so yeah, that's the gist of it, and also too, people already figured out how to hack it. So they already had like armor that wasn't even supposed to be in the game in a sense.
And I ran into a couple of them in the beta. The samurai
yeah.
armor. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even have it yet, and they finally called them out like, yeah, you guys can't have it. You're instantly banned because you hacked the game. If you have
Yeah.
it. But also too, another thing that's really stupid about it, is the way you color your suit in this. The customizations for the armor stuff is pretty cool, but then again, it goes back to the whole loot boxes and gotcha shit, where now instead of where you can pick your own colors and kind of mess around, or even your own symbol that you could use to customize, you can't do it anymore. They all have these preset shit, and it's horrible. I hate
We nailed it,
I-
guys. We fucking
Yeah.
nailed it. Let's not even give them any customization. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there's you can customize
my
your
God.
gun,
We can customize
But-
guns? What?
like
We're gonna
and
get
it makes
so
no
many
f-
Doritos at the
Yeah.
Dorito Awards next year, guys.
such
Holy
a-
fuck, we're amazing at game
All
development.
the Doritos.
the whole infinite.
All
The
the
only reason why,
Doritos.
honestly, I'll get into it in a minute, but like, so campaign mode now. Okay, I told you, campaign mode is really cool for some
fair.
aspects,
Yeah.
and the story is fantastic, and I already beat it, and it's fantastic. I can't wait to play multiplayer with you guys, because that's the thing that's missing with this thing, is there's no co-op multiplayer in the campaign mode,
No,
which
aside
makes
from-
no the staple that made Halo so good was the campaign was multiplayer in the
Hey.
original Halo 1.
Aside
That
from
was
my-
the first thing that I did with all my friends, play the campaign.
Aside from my
Yeah.
my smart assy bullshit,
But-
I am just surprised that I you know what?
So-
I
well,
think that it's amazing that you think that it's gonna get patched at some point. I still am saying it's never gonna happen. They're not gonna fucking patch co-op.
Because they promised, oh, we're gonna add Forge to the game, so people can do Forge mode and make your own custom maps and everything.
Won't be as good
That
as
should have
3.
already been there. It's already been in the other games. And then campaign mode itself, okay? When you play it, there are these little outposts that you can steal, all right, and take back from like the banished.
Mhm.
In the actual like platforms, I noticed when I was playing it that there's places where you can pick different weapons that you want to start before you go out in the world, because it's open world in a sense. It's kind of free roaming in a sense, where you have a specific mission but you can free roam. There's a little weapon part, but here's the kicker. There's 4 different ones for no reason, all right next to each other. There's 4 weapon pods. So originally there was already 4-player campaign, but then they didn't put it in there because they wanted to rush it out for Christmas. And also, because they rushed it out for Christmas, the game actually got cut in half for the story mode. So the story's not even actually done.
So they Konami'd it. They
Yeah,
MGS5'd
because
it.
the open world, the world that they had was huge. And then because they decided to release it now instead of delaying it like another 6 months or so, which would have been fine, honestly, if they actually put everything in it, it wasn't bare bones. They cut the entire world in half. There's 4 places you go to. There's these 4 big islands that are not even that big.
So what would you rate Halo Infinite?
I give it a 4.
Really?
Yes, a 4
Okay.
out of 10. Oh no, out of 50.
50.
It's that bare bones, and it's not even a. It's the story. I give a 10 because it's great. It's fantastic.
Okay.
But
All right.
again,
I found the
it's
measurement,
not-
by the way.
Yeah, again, it's not done. The game is not anywhere near done. That's why I said don't even bother getting it yet. Wait until they release the super expansion version or Infinite 2, because
That's what's
it's
gonna happen.
by then they're actually going to fix everything. Probably not, but they,
That's a shame.
you know, yeah,
We
that's
did it.
that's the biggest shame.
We made
So-
a Halo that's not a Halo, and it's not called Destiny. We fucking did it, guys. We fucking
One-
did it. We're so good. We don't just get Doritos. We get fucking Mountain Dews next year at the Game Awards too.
Onions.
That's how
Also-
fucking great we are.
There's one good thing about it I actually kind of like, was they actually do have, because it's open, they do have somewhat RPG mechanics in it, where you find these little outposts and you can upgrade your armor and your skills and all sort of stuff like that.
And don't they do that in Far Cry also? Isn't that like
Yeah, but
isn't that
again,
like a
but
Far
they've
Cry
done that.
thing?
Yeah, but they've done it in Far Cry. But it's nice, and you can upgrade your grappling hook and everything, and give it some different perks and stuff like that. It's pretty fun.
Alright, fair enough.
But here's another negative about that. Now, the main missions of the game, when you complete the main mission of the game, you cannot go back and replay the mission. So if you missed something in that area where you're
That's
playing the
lame.
mission, you cannot get it. And so you have to literally start the game over from the beginning to play the mission over again.
I think I read something somewhere that's gonna get fixed. If it's not already fixed, it's gonna get fixed.
It's not fixed. I even look, because there's a mission where you have to go climb this tower, and you got to go save a Spartan that's up there who's being tortured to death by this. It's probably the coolest part in the whole game for me, honestly, because I thought it was so cool. Because you have to infiltrate this tower, and you're inside this tower thing, and you fight bosses in the game. So it's not like it's just a random enemy. Okay, he's dead. No, he has a health bar and everything, and you
And
have
he
to
died.
do strategies to beat him, and it's fun. But again, it's this should have been multiplayer. But if you're gonna play on legendary mode, I highly recommend not even upgrading any of your stats, because it's completely useless. It doesn't matter if your stats are upgraded in except for the grapple hook, because everything is, you just die in 2 hits anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, the biggest negative besides no multiplayer is the fact you cannot just on your own save file go back to a previous level and get something that you missed, because once it's there, you can't go back unless you literally start it from the beginning. And then that's why, again, I give this game a 4. And there's a point of no return in the game too. So when you start that level, you cannot go back to the open world. You missed anything, you're fucked. You gotta start the
That's
whole
just
game
fucking
over.
it.
So,
That's
before I show you this size comparison, Nick, is it alright if I hold up an actual cartridge, or is that going to get you in trouble?
I don't know. I think as long as you
Alright,
don't hold a gun up, I think it's fine. But I think if you just hold a bullet up, it's okay.
Okay.
I think you can do
Let me
that.
know on the offhand there. Normal 9mm.
Mhm.
From what I'm looking at here, size comparison is that the round that's in there is a 12.7 by 40 millimeter. So it's about like that.
wow.
Holy shit.
That's a big ass handgun.
That's like a 50
Most
cal fucking bullet right there.
it's actually slightly longer.
Oh wow.
So it's around this. It's the same circumference. The bullet head of the M6D Magnum pistol is the same bullet head as the IMI Desert Eagle, but
Yeah,
it
that thing's a
is
fucking beast,
it is
too.
like wait, hold on, I can't count. It is 7mm longer.
Wow.
So yeah, big fucker, big motherfucker.
God damn.
That is an absolute chode of a bullet.
That
and-
is the chode bullet.
The thing that annoys the shit out of me is that the new one in there is a 10 mil. So it's this a little bit bigger.
So what we learned from this is that they could probably make a better Halo game.
Yes.
than 343
All they had to
series.
do was make the fucking new pistol have an actual in-world explainable pistol cartridge. Not that because the shotgun itself, you guys have all held a 12 gauge before.
Yep.
If I remember right, the shotgun in Halo is a 10 gauge shotgun.
Mhm.
That's their standard issue shotgun. So there you got motherfuckers just walking around with a freaking high volume goose hunting round.
Boom.
Yeah. Fucking and Master Chief just casually one-arming the motherfucker. But a normal sized pistol.
I
There was
swear
this
that
dude
pistol
who
is
made
the
a
best
video
game in that
recently.
entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this dude that made a video recently where he recreated things that the Master Chief has done in the books in the game, and it just makes it super ridiculous.
hmm
Like
he's
jumping half a map to punch out a guy in a Banshee, then take over the Banshee, fly it into a base, suicide dive it, jump out, have it explode, killing a bunch of guys, as you then land on some dude and headshot him. It's just like, holy crap! What?
Yeah, you gotta
what?
send me that video. That sounds fucking dope.
Yeah, I'll have to see if we can find it again. It's crazy.
That's dope.
well, I
Because-
mean, like,
don't
just
get me wrong,
canonically the things he can do are fucking
yeah,
incredible.
canonically, the things
Yeah.
like I remember reading one of the first books and how it described them testing the Mjolnir suits.
Mhm.
And when a normal person tested it, they went to salute and they hit themselves in the head and knocked their head back so far that they broke their neck and died instantly.
Yep.
And then when John, the Master Chief that we know him, put the suit on and went and saluted himself, he remembers dinking himself in the head and his eyes kind of went blurry and like he saw white spots for a second. So like that alone shows you how much stronger physically he is, where he just kind of made himself black out a little bit and another guy broke his head completely
Yeah.
off.
That's
my
And I
at
think
least
that's
20% VA disability right there too.
Yeah.
Give yourself a
Right.
concussion.
Yeah.
How much VA disability do you have to be like go through experimental augmentation before you're even legally old enough to enlist in the
Right.
military?
God, yeah, that's a good question. So clearly X's favorite game of the year was Halo Infinite.
Absolutely.
What would your guys' least favorite games of the year be?
Least favorite of the year?
Yeah. Or biggest disappointment. And again, okay, it doesn't have to be in this year. It could just be the biggest disappointment you've played. this year.
Honestly, biggest
The Matrix.
disappointment was Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like I was so hyped for that game, and
Uh.
that first week it played really well for me.
Same,
But then
on PC.
the more patches they put on,
They fucked it
the
up.
more problems I kept running into, to the point where like it
It-
became a game.
You know what sucks is I remember because I got to play that behind closed doors at E3 when I went, and it was the coolest thing I got to play there. I'm like, this is really cool because I
Yeah.
couldn't get to play Resident Evil and all that stuff because the lines were too long. This guy literally is like, I answered a question where I was like, hey, come with us. I'm like, okay, and I got a free pass, and I got to go back there and play behind closed doors.
I remember you're the one
About
that
it.
actually talked me into getting Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
because
and
I wasn't
I
going to
talked-
get it. And
As I
then,
said, I talked so many people into getting like this game looks really cool. I played it; it's really awesome. I literally was walking in the street, and some muggers came at me, and I beat the crap out of them. And then I got hit by a car, and then my session ended because I got killed like an idiot. All that stuff didn't even exist in the final game, and I was so sad. And I was like, I felt so bad. I told so many people to get it, and I was
that's
like,
fine.
oh my
Eventually
gosh.
it'll be good.
Oh,
You know,
man.
we're hoping next year maybe 3
I'm
years.
still
from now.
broken
Well,
from
they're-
Anthem.
Anthem.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Anthem is-
That was so I was so
I-
fucking hyped for that game, and then it came out.
You know,
I keep
didn't even get it, but I was hyped for it because I was like, "Oh shit! You basically get to be Iron Man."
yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, and it's just
Horrible.
But there's nothing like all right. So it's beautiful. It is a beautiful fucking game. Everything about it in there. The mechs that or I'm sorry. Technically, they're like armored battle suits. But let's be honest. It's
They
at
made
what
us
point? At what point is an armored battle suit a fucking mech?
When
Is there a
when
volume
it-
thing?
When it
There's Mech Assault.
honestly, in my opinion, it stops being a suit and starts becoming a mech when it is like 3 times your size. Like if you're piloting it from just the chest cavity, it's a mech. If proportionally your legs and its legs pretty much match up, maybe there's a couple inches, feet difference. If you're still pretty much that, then it's a suit.
You know what's funny?
So-
We could totally do a debate with G Gundam about that. Because technically,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like G Gundam would technically be both
yeah.
because it's a mech.
because
and
you
a
have
suit.
to wear the suit, which then translates to the mech. So that's a trick
Have a good
question.
night.
It's both.
He's wearing a strawberry cake on his head.
That's
So-
fucking hilarious.
That's a good point there. Yeah. So
Okay,
I
Rain
would
was-
say the
Ah,
one
was
that's
it?
crossing the
Anyway.
line a little bit for it being a mech is the Juggernaut, because
Mm.
yeah, beefy boy. But seriously, like all of the
I mean, if
fucking
you
mechs
think
or
about
all
it
of the
in a
battle suits in there
cosmic
were great.
sense, if you think about it in a cosmic sense, the Juggernaut is a mech because he's this tiny little brain that's piloting this giant lug of monstrosity.
In Anthem,
Well, then
there's
everybody
a
would be a mech, then.
in
I know,
Anthem
I'm
there's a
just-
battle suit class called a Juggernaut.
I know.
Oh, you were fucking with me?
Yeah.
Asshole. but in all seriousness, like the game, there's so much potential there, but
They fucked it up.
the lore, the world building is fucking atrocious, and every like you have this amazing potential for this to be this like cool new world where you know you don't even know if this is really even Earth. There's this fucking frequency of energy in the universe, which is where they can like manipulate time
Kinda
and
like No Man's
space and
Sky.
reality and shit. Yeah, exactly. Except instead of it being a simulation, it's spoilers for No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of that, it's just
God.
something. It's just some ancient technology that they don't understand, but
You
that
know,
some of them
I-
worship and some of them just venerate.
I
Can
feel
I
like
just make
there's
a quick
nothing behind it.
interjection on that?
Mhm.
That was one of the things that I'm still chapped about because I was so hyped for No Man's Sky, and then it came out, and I was so fucking
Now,
disappointed.
have
And
you-
now I know it's fixed and everything.
Oh,
is
it's
It's
amazing
great
now.
now.
But
Like
I
you got mechs and shit now too.
like
so.
the taste that I have in my mouth is still so bad that I have to go back after all. of
We'll
these.
do it all together one of these days because it is
Mhm.
seriously.
Still have it. I
It's-
still have
it's-
the game, so like all
and
those
it's-
updates are on.
Most of the
Oh,
DLC's free too.
I just
So-
Nice.
remembered. I just remembered one more funny thing about
Okay.
Halo. When
ahead.
we were trying to play 1-on-1 and we were doing goofy settings, it destroyed his computer for like an
Yeah.
hour.
Okay, yeah, it actually fucking made my PC. And my PC isn't no fucking chode. Like, it's a good PC. But my PC was melting down. Like, it was like, I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, I had to turn it off.
I literally put the speed, like, because you can change the speed where they go, like, flying, like, super
Mm-hmm.
fast and fly in the air. I put all that on just for goofy shit, and literally, his computer, like, almost blew up
It had a
because of it.
meltdown, yeah.
Yeah,
It
I was like,
nutty.
That's fantastic.
I guess we're not playing Halo anymore. But,
So-
Art and I'm sorry, Rec and I.
They know my first name.
Okay,
It's fine.
okay. So Ark,
That's
you're above
that's
me.
the best joke about this is like it's a
We
joke.
all know each other's.
Yeah, it's a joke because we like to pretend like we've got these like personas, but everyone fucking.
But
knows
we
our real
don't.
Names anyway, so.
But
Fucked
but
up
yeah,
so
him
many
and I,
times.
we played No Man's Sky for a little bit together too, and it was fun. We were on this snowy planet, just
Nice.
digging a hole.
I need to get. I want to play it again. It's such a good game now. Like I
I'm
remember.
fucking in.
I remember
Yeah,
streaming.
like
it
I
when it
built a
first
water
came out.
base too. So I built
Well,
a base
I-
above water.
I still remember streaming it back. So if you go on my old channel, I actually have a review up of it, and it's fucking old as shit.
Oh
but, like,
man, I remember that one.
I streamed it, and I remember like getting it, thinking this is gonna be amazing. And I remember lifting off for the first time, and just capturing it on screen, like this is the most coolest thing I've ever done. And then that was it. The first 15 minutes, that was it. I had done everything there was to do that was interesting in the game. And then years later, I came back. This is when I got out of the military. I came back and tried it, and I was like, holy fuck, they actually made this good. Wow. I can't believe it. Now, on Anthem, I was going to also say that, I think the biggest thing with Anthem was the fact that they just didn't decide what the game should be about. Like,
I mean, look at the company that made it.
Yeah, well, there you go, EA. Well, EA
And the
produced it.
fucking
they had the
frost system.
roadmap of what they were gonna do, and then they just do.
They just stopped.
No.
Like, it's like,
Mhm.
why?
Well, I even remember in an interview that they had, the game wasn't even going to be called Anthem at first. Like, it was going to be called something else. EA just came up. They're like, it's now called Anthem. And they're like, the fuck is that? What the hell does Anthem mean? That has nothing to do with this game. And
They
like,
literally rewrote the entire point of the fucking
think the
story
game-
because
yeah.
of the title.
It's
yeah,
because
and I think it was like
guarantee
what
because the
called
real
like
name was Iron Man
Subterranean or
Jr..
something. I think is what it was originally called, or something like that.
So the in game after at literally it's so fucking annoying because this is the same thing that happened to Destiny. There was going to be this whole amazing subterfuge backstory of it circling back to the Traveler actually being the source of the darkness. The heart of it was actually evil in and of itself. So the god they were worshiping was also and fighting to protect was also the thing that was creating the things that were trying to destroy them. The entire this would have been an amazing fucking story of just loops and turns and twists and beautiful shit, and it ended up getting devolved into you going into a fight with a house of with a house lord of a bunch of spider people. It's fucking horse shit. And then anyway, the exact same reason why that happened to Destiny, that happened to Anthem too, because they had this amazing story that they were going to go through, and then EA. Or at that time, Activision for the other one. This time, EA pissed off the fucking writers and like the studio heads so much they quit. So they had to rewrite the entire thing because of that.
Good fucking job. Oh my god. The fucking core. Yeah, leave it to EA to find a way to fuck something up that shouldn't be able to be fucked up like that. Like,
EA always fucks it up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even add to
People-
that. Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Any AAA developer, they're doing that now. They've gotten
Yeah,
they're
Nintendo's
doing
really
the
bad
same
at
thing
it
the
too.
music industry did.
Mm-hmm.
Square Enix. Oh yeah, Square Enix just delayed Final Fantasy 16. By the way.
So
You know what? Actually, I don't mind delays.
delay
Here's
it. No, that's
here's the
fine.
problem
Go
that
ahead.
I'm running into
So-
with these games is you can't take the same amount of time. Like 3 years. 3 years was a standard development time for all the from the fucking era of Halo. Those games, Halo 1. You had a standard development time, and that was about 3-5 years. You can't fucking do that with these games now. They're too gigantic. Like a 30 megabyte game. Okay, I can understand that taking a little bit of time for you to hash out all the things. If it was just like the four of us trying to make a game, we were all fucking programmers and ready and raring to go for this. I can imagine us maybe knocking out a like 130 megabyte game over the course of a couple of months, maybe a 1 or 2 gig game over the course of a couple of years.
Right.
These fucking gigantic developers are trying to knock out like 240 megabyte
X.
or 200
Gigabyte.
240
Almost
gigabyte
terabytes
games
now.
over the course of 3 years. I don't fucking understand how they think they can still do that.
Because they can update it later.
My-
is their way
my
to do
biggest
it,
pet
rather than
peeve-
just-
I'm-
I will shit in their cereal.
My biggest pet peeve with this, and I almost did a video about this the other day, I just didn't have time. And it was when Final Fantasy 16 got delayed, and they delayed it because of COVID, and then they started using terminology where it was like, because we've become more decentralized now and blah, blah, blah. They're using like fucking Bitcoin and crypto terminology that a lot of the coiners will use. And I'm just like, look, you know, you can't, at what point are we going to stop using COVID as the excuse? Because there have been plenty of games that have come out since then, and that started development then, that have come out or came out during the COVID times when it first started back in 2019, before it even got to the States here. So at what point are we going to stop? I don't know why they can't just be like, look, okay, we have to fucking delay it. It's like they're afraid to just take responsibility, and just be like, look, we mismanaged the time. X is getting taken off this video. He's not being serious. No, I'm just kidding. This is a serious discussion, and we're getting
supposed
fucking
to be
punched.
serious.
He slowly pulls it off.
Just pulls a paunch up.
Couldn't. I'm sorry. Like I was trying to pay attention, but the whole time
Look
he's
at that
sitting here
sexy
fucking
fuck
around
right there. That's thumbnail right there. Hold on.
I can
Screen
contribute
that.
to this too. That's the worst part.
Sorry. I saw him like,
Um,
hold on a second.
Dun, 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 dun,
Wait. I can
Waiting
make
for
it
it.
better.
Waiting for it.
Yeah, don't you have something else for this that you could be using? Isn't there a specific action figure that can be
Hold on.
flashed on camera to
Dun,
show?
We'll get there.
Dun, 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 dun.
Everybody's crashed right there.
Where'd that come from? Whoa.
And then,
Oh, got
I
clear.
don't have anything.
oh,
wait, hold
sorry, I
on,
had to
hold
get
on,
so
hold
close
on.
to the camera. Here we go.
This is the big one. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun, dun,
it's
dun.
the trophy. It's the trophy.
So I do gotta say, we originally, now the viewers won't know this, we originally got together for a white elephant, I think that's what it's called, Christmas party. What the fuck is that?
White elephant? That's racist.
I
I've
just
been
see this
waiting
little,
to
like-
use that joke the entire
It
time.
looked like a
It's-
penis. I was like, what the fuck?
That's exactly what it is. It's a little penis
It's a ghost penis.
with little feet.
Aw, he's a little penis.
Yeah.
His name
What's
is
the
Pinot.
plural of the word penis? Is it
Peni?
peni or penises?
I think it's penile.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's penile. So,
Oh,
Go
that's
today
right.
on the chat, as we discussed.
Sorry, please continue.
no, it's okay. So we originally had shot this big long thing where we were giving each other gifts. We had this big tournament of gameplay. But the problem was halfway through it, the fucking stream we were recording on fucked up. So we lost about 50% of the footage of it. And I couldn't find a way to edit it so that the thing would come off okay. So unfortunately, we didn't get to post that because it was going to be the Christmas special. However, we're still planning on getting together to do more of these, and that action figure is going to be our trophy. So we look at that as more of the pilot that we shot, and
We should
ultimately,
still
thank you.
release all that and be
So-
like, it's what it could have been.
So I will release it. I'll do it as like my 500 subscriber special. Give
Better
it
start
back.
making all your subscriber accounts.
Yeah, right.
I'm not. Yeah. God, I don't know if I
Oh
can
my.
make any more. I got carpal tunnel.
Give
Oh,
it-
and side note, the
Thank you.
plural of the word penis is penises.
Okay.
Halls of relief. So that will be coming out if once we get to 500 subs. Maybe I'll post it. 500 or 1,000. I don't know. Fuck. But
Tim, I can
until
see
then,
your
we are
background. You
gonna-
could literally do this all day.
No, I can't.
Yeah. But eventually,
I don't-
it will get released. It's
Yeah.
just
Like-
as of now, probably not anytime soon. While you guys do your product placement. Now I only have a quick one that was the most disappointing. And that was my waifu for lifeu down there.
I need one of those for the carpal tunnel.
Tifa. I don't know. I don't have anybody else in the room with me, so I don't have anybody to give me dirty looks at all. Oh, look at that Persona one. No one gives me dirty looks.
I can't. I literally can't show any of the stuff on my desk. Most of it's sharp and or booming.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, I can do this one.
Thank you.
The fuck is that?
That's sick.
Hey, I got one of those too, and it looks just as tan like that
I
too.
know.
So my biggest
Guess what?
disappointment, I'll just say it mine real quick, was ghosting while you guys are doing that shit. A lot of clocks. Minus the L. So, my biggest disappointment would probably just have been the Ghost and Goblins remake. And just for the simple fact, the art style looked bad. And I feel bad for whoever it was that was the art designer there. I didn't like it. And for me, that just bigs them. Now, what I will do with that, and I'll piggyback that off of to my biggest surprise. I had two big surprises of this year. Both a game and a movie. We'll start with the movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Way better than I thought it was going to fucking be.
After the fucking one before it.
Yeah, and I had no faith that was going to be good. Mega Man X6 right there again, coming back to haunt me. That movie, really good. If you haven't seen it, I think it's worth watching. My biggest surprise, though, game-wise, and I've talked about it on Twitter, I've talked about it in my videos. If you haven't played it yet, you guys should go out there and buy it. ActRaiser. And the reason why is because I want Square to know if you take more, if they would have just... Because with ActRaiser, and it's ActRaiser Reborn. It's so good. Like, it's not perfect by any means, but clearly they tried something new. They took the certain ideas, they expanded on it, they made it decent, and now it's not perfect by any means. It's a solid 6 out of 10. But when you play the game, you get the impression that they basically had about 20 minutes and a ham sandwich. That was their entire time allotted to make this game and their budget.
Stop describing my sex life.
20 minutes and a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
Very floppy.
And a 6 out of 10. It's better than you expected it to be, but it's not the best
one-handed.
you've ever.
And it's moist, so you got something there. So here's the thing.
Gross.
It's not
think,
mustard, by the way.
And cheesy.
I hope the game sells well so that Square Enix will be like, oh, maybe we should put like $20 towards this thing. And it'll look better, and it'll play better. Because it is a good game, but clearly it had no budget, and it was made in like 15 minutes. And that's the thing. If they would have... It's crazy, because like, I think it even... Oh, actually, there was a stream where they were... I don't remember which one it was, but it was like, they were surprised that it... Like, people were like, oh, they actually remember this game? No shit! You make a game that people have wanted to fucking have come out in like 30 years. Oh, it's like when they were surprised FF7 Remake sold well, or the fucking Mana game sold well.
Right?
Hell, I
Chess
remember,
too,
I remember when we did a video about when we were just doing DLC characters for Smash Brothers. We were talking about Brave, and I brought up the fact maybe Brave is the master from ActRaiser, because
And I said,
it's also a
there's
possibility.
no way in
Like,
hell.
I was like, what if there's a remake that they're making right now of the Quintet series of ActRaiser, and ActRaiser's going to come back? And you literally were like, there's no way in fucking hell they're ever coming
I'll link
back.
that video, because
never
a
coming back.
while ago, X and I had a
And-
little channel we were called the Cantu Bros. Yeah, and it happened. I said there's no way in hell they'll ever do it. That it'll literally be a cold day in hell when they actually do anything ActRaiser. Because the original ActRaiser is my favorite games of all time.
I'd be careful saying that, because WWF might counter-strike your thing for saying that. So
Cold day in hell, yeah. Don't worry, the chinlocks are coming, boys. The chinlocks are coming. I can't say anything because it's not that technically they haven't released it yet, so we can't technically talk about it. But
yeah,
I shouldn't you. I'll call you later, but we can't talk about any more than that. Because I don't want to get fucking in trouble with that. But yeah, fucking ActRaiser, biggest surprise of the year. It was so good. And you all should play it. Fucking show Square Enix with your dollar. That's the way I always say. If you want to vote with your dollar. That's how these corporations, they don't care if you fucking email them. They don't care if you comment or whine or complain. They don't give a shit. What they care about, their bottom line is the dollar.
I will buy 7,000 copies of Like a Dragon if I could, to make sure that the sequel is fucking amazing.
And you know
like
what? The creators said that it's because of how well it sold here in America. I'm saying it completely wrong. I'm sure it probably says something completely different. But basically, they were surprised as to how well Western audiences took to Like a Dragon. Who would have thought you release something in a state or a country that people
that's actually
want?
finished?
Yeah, that's finished, that people will genuinely enjoy, and it actually sells. Who would have fucking thought that? Or you market it, because they marketed it a little bit. God
343
forbid.
certainly did.
Yeah.
And what I thought was nice was the studio that did Like a Dragon, the Rio Goop guy or whatever.
Yep.
They were the ones that have been doing the remasters.
Yep.
Yeah.
They did the remaster of 4, 5, 6.
They also remade 0, 1, 2. They
0,
also
1,
made the Judgment series, which I have fucking been talking about for years and won't shut the fuck up about those.
just Judgment 2.
I need to respectfully rebut what you said a few minutes ago
That's fine,
there.
go ahead.
With voting with the dollar, absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's two instances that I can think of from recent memory where the letters and the bitching have
Sonic
paid
movie.
off.
Sonic, okay, Sonic. But
Sonic, yeah.
but here's
And Deadpool.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, and
oh
Deadpool,
yeah,
okay.
that's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But here's
Yep.
here's my rebuttal with those though too. My rebuttals with those were products that hadn't come out yet. So Sonic hadn't actually come out. So that's different. So you can't really vote with your dollar there.
That's
However, so my argument is more tailored towards properties that get released that people didn't or companies didn't think were going to sell well. So with
I love
Deadpool,
there's
You
so
know
many
what?
of those that happens
but
where
you
it's
are
like
right though. But you are
cultural
right though.
phenomenon.
You
But
know
you
what?
are right,
I
though.
actually. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was
I
saying-
have another disappointment that was this year,
Okay.
and a lot of people are going to probably think a little differently about this and probably get hate for this.
Oh, that's fine. We'll get to that in just a second. But
It's
I do
something-
want to say
it's something we've talked about. But yeah, go on.
But I do want to say you are right though. Being able to complain, because I think that stuff works better before it comes out or if it gets canceled. Because there are multiple occasions where things have changed because of it. It's not just Deadpool and Sonic. There are different game titles that have come back from the dead. Final Fantasy 15, fucking people bitching about that for years for being Versus 13, that they just said, fuck it, we'll give it a budget and we'll call it Final Fantasy 15. Whether or not you like the game, that's immaterial. It still fucking happened because people bitched enough for it to happen. There are multiple cases where that has happened. However, my argument is that if it's a property that they don't think is going to fucking sell well or whatever, like, well, we'll just throw it out there because we fucking made something, that's when you need to buy it. Because if you think it's good, you know, they're not going to fucking make anymore unless they make money back. They knew they were going to make money off Deadpool and Sonic by actually fucking listening to the people. And who would have thought they actually fucking did? Amazing, right? I fucking round of applause for all the developers. Yay, Dorito Awards, Mountain Dew for everybody. All right, I'm done fucking bitching and ranting. But yeah, biggest surprise, ActRaiser. So disappointment, XGP.
Well, another disappointment. I actually have two.
Just fucking moving the goal line on us.
And this will be my last thing because I'm gonna have to get going soon anyway.
Okay. No,
but
I'm gonna start wrapping this up anyway. So
yeah, we gotta eat dinner.
I'm getting
But
hungry.
so my two a disappointment that was this year. Well, they're actually related to Super Smash Brothers. So Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. I don't know what the hell. Like, oh my god, it just such potential thrown in the garbage, pretty much, because they had no budget to even do anything. And then every time they comment about it, like one thing that kind of made me go was the fact there's no alternate costumes or colors really. And they're like, oh well, it has to be a reference to something in order to have an alternate color. And I'm like,
that's stupid.
What? Why? Or their move set in the game has to reference something from their series, or else it doesn't work. I'm like, well, Mario never did a fucking uppercut before, so like, I'm like, no, like if you look at the original Super Smash Brothers, Samus never kicked and punched. Pikachu never did half the shit he does. Fox never did anything. So like, where the hell are you getting? Or even these color palettes? That's
What was
But
mildly
Nickelodeon-
related? The
Also
bird guy.
not-
What's
no
his name?
places.
Falco.
Falco.
Falco. Yeah, Falco never had a glitch where he could say "hands off my cock."
Yeah, exactly.
Hands off
So-
my cock.
But that's one is Super Smash is not Super Smash is
We'll get to that in a
Nickelodeon
second.
All Star Brawl. What's funny too is recently their viewership dropped down literally to 0, and Garfield didn't save them, and it sucks. Poor Garfield. But
Shame,
Garfield
like,
was
I
a
wanna be
waste.
Excited for it.
Yeah, Garfield was a wasted opportunity for that game, and plus also Nick All Stars Brawl was rushed out too, and charged $60 when it's unfinished and it's not polished very well. Meanwhile, we got this WB game that's coming out, which has Mortal Kombat characters and everything that was leaked out, and a bunch of other stuff that got leaked out for it. That looks really fun, especially when it's not slowed down for the initial trailer. It's actually really fast, and it's actually looks really cool.
We'll see.
But we'll see, yeah. But
I'm curious to see how good it is.
this
I'm
is related to
definitely-
Super Smash Brothers now, is Sora.
Biggest
Sora
disappointment of the year.
is a very big disappointment. Not because Sora's in Smash Brothers, but because it was a wasted slot. They have all these properties. They took so much money, so much time to get Sora in this game from Disney, and so much hounding from Disney. Not one thing of Disney in there either. And
minus
all
the
the stuff that
Keyblade
you
thing, the
me-
little
minus
fucking
the
Mickey
Keyblade.
emblem. That's it.
There's nothing related to anything Disney in there. They took all this time and effort to get Sora in there when they could have just put someone a lot cheaper like Gino, who's already in the Mario series. Just saying, this is not even being biased for Gino because I wanted Gino in there anyway. But I'm just saying, like, Sora is a wasted opportunity. And honestly, I wanted to do a video about this later, but we'll do this another time. But I honestly don't think Smash Ultimate is very ultimate. The roster size and the roster of characters is ultimate, yeah, of course. But
No board
the lack of
platforms,
modes,
no break the targets.
the lack of modes, the shitty adventure mode, the classic mode is garbage. There's
I'll be real,
nothing
like,
to do
when you
besides fighting in it,
when you
and it's
first
not
play-
a fighting game; it's a party game.
when you first play the adventure mode in Smash Bros, it's fun, but like,
Oh yeah, and there's no
going
co-op
back-
in the adventure mode, but you
Yeah,
can do it in
like-
Spirit Battle, which makes no sense.
Yeah, when you try to go back to it now, it's grindy. Like, I actually do kind of agree with that. I think that how do you get Sora, but you don't got Donald and Goofy? Like,
Yeah, but also too,
I don't know how you did,
I
because
thought it was
isn't
cool
Donald
that they
like
put him in,
canonically?
but
no, I thought
the
it was.
fact that they
I
purged
think it's
everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's great.
they
But
could've-
considering that it probably costed a fucking arm and a leg to get Sora in anyway. They couldn't work a deal where they could be just like have Donald and Goofy show up for like 15 seconds in his Ultimate Smash or something. Then I wouldn't.
And it's like,
I wouldn't have
no,
bitched.
because it's only got to be video game media. It's like, well, Donald, Goofy, Mickey, and all them have been in many of video games. That I think they've earned their right to be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Sora
again,
was cool though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
it was cool when he
it's
made it
cool.
in. It
also,
was just
too,
no
the fact
Disney shit.
is, there's no Disney shit. There's not any of the good songs, minus a few of them in the game. They like
No Simple and Clean. What the
so
fuck?
simple and clean. Like, you can only get Dearly Beloved by buying the fucking rhythm game. That's the only way to get it, and it's $40 for that
You know what's
rhythm
funny,
game.
though,
If
about
you don't
this?
have it, you can't get a song.
Yeah,
It's
you know
like,
what's
what?
funny about this though is it's my
Yeah,
joke with Nintendo. Nintendo's always like 5 years behind the industry, so they'll probably
Yeah.
get loot boxes in the next Smash Brothers game.
Yeah, and it's just like
I hope you're
and
wrong. I really
do,
do.
I do too. God.
Like, I've talked about
I'm
this
gonna
with-
be so
with-
mad if it turns
yeah.
out right.
I mean, he's
talked about
probably
this
gonna
with-
be right, but fuck.
I hate
I've
it
talked
when I
about
am.
this with Nick before, but or Rhett, whatever.
You can
And
come, whatever.
I've talked
gives a
about
shit.
this with you before. Is that Ultimate? If you look at it from day one, without any of the DLC, without any of the new updates that they added to it, it is so bare bones and so empty. Like, there's nothing to do in it that's besides doing regular smashes, which is okay. That's what the game is. But like the classic mode, shit. There's no boss rush mode, even though there's bosses in it. You can only do that if you play as Sephiroth on multiplayer. You can only do a boss rush mode. They added a smaller battlefield. They barely added stage builder. There's no break the targets. There's no board the platforms. There's no. They said this thing is everyone is here, right? That's their quota. Well, not everybody was there. Like, shit. Like,
Whoops.
You want to know what
Technically-
one of my biggest complaints about it was?
Uh-huh.
Is the fact that so many of the characters are just clones.
yes, even the
but then
DLC.
they try to but then they try to pass them off as a different character. Like Samus and Dark Samus. Dark Samus should just be a color palette for Samus.
Well,
period.
they actually Dark Samus is an Echo Fighter, and they say that she is a clone of
Like
Samus.
I just think the whole Echo Fighter thing is dumb because then it's like, okay, cool, we have this character, but then this character is exactly the same.
Pit and Dark Pit. It's literally just a palette
Dark
swap.
Pit. It's literally just a.
And like
You know
I know
what-
the argument
Yeah.
you made for like Mario and Luigi too, but it's like
But Luigi's different at least.
Luigi,
Yeah, there's-
Luigi's a
that's
little different.
Now,
Like if
Okay.
if they took Dark Samus and actually made it Dark Samus for Metroid Prime, totally different characters because Dark Samus is flying around, shooting phasons
Yeah.
and doing all these
If
like
I was done
Super
the
Saiyan
stacks,
moves
that's
out of
it.
you.
yeah.
Yeah, doing Super Saiyan moves at you. But instead, they just made her like Samus who floats.
Now-
And Dark Samus's theme's not even in the game either. So
Ooh.
everyone's
the fuck?
here. No, we're not.
everyone's here. So,
So-
I have a lot of complaints about that game.
So now I don't want to end this on.
I've grown to hate it. But anyway, sorry.
It's
Go
okay.
on.
Now, but I know you guys are getting ready to leave. I know we've been going for a while now. I'm afraid to click over because I don't want to see what time it is, or if I've hit record this entire time. But I'm
I hope
sure,
you did.
I did too. I fucking do too. Even though, if not, it's been a great
Now
time
you've
chatting with
checked
you
out.
boys. But
Sorry.
what
You
are you
didn't, we
guys
can try
looking
again
forward
tomorrow.
to? Yeah. Good, but because it's the beginning of the year, it's literally the first day while we're shooting this. I might get it up tonight, might be up tomorrow, so whatever. It will be up soon. What are you guys looking forward to the most? Now, Now, and this could be anything. It could be anything. It could be a game, a movie, a show, something that's going on in your life. Fucking whatever you want to talk about at this point. What is the thing you're looking forward to the most with this year? Let's be fucking cheesy.
I'm gonna meet you in the middle here, and like for a good and a bad thing, I'm looking forward to Masters of the Universe Revelations joining Cowboy Bebop live action in the fucking Netflix graveyard.
That's funny as fuck. And actually,
The fact that its second season actually got put up before they canceled it.
Wait, Bebop or Masters of the
No,
Universe?
Bebop was canceled before it started, as far as I'm
Kevin Smith's
concerned.
Revelation bullshit got its second season up.
What
Right
a
before they
fucking
canceled
trash
it.
show too. I mean, I'll be real. I was never a. I
That
don't
is a
have a
good and a
candle.
positive, yes.
I don't have a candle in the Bebop, or not the Bebop, the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, I got a
thing.
candle in Bebop. I got plenty of choice words about Bebop, not the live action, but Bebop in general. How dare you steal Outlaw Star?
Well, I mean, I think Outlaw Star is better personally. I've always said that. I always thought Outlaw Star was a better show, but I didn't. But at the same time,
I agree.
It is.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Like, if you like Bebop, that's fine. I just don't think it's that great.
Let me go get something.
okay.
Actually, real
Bebop has the better
Go
dub.
ahead. No, that's fine. Bye.
I'll fight all three of you at the same time. Bebop has the better dub.
That's fine. You know what? And that's fine that you're wrong on that one. It's okay. I still love
Outlaw Star has better world building, better everything. Literally everything else about it being a story. Outlaw Star wins. Bebop has better dialogue.
So, to end this off real quick, sorry with this thing. This and this are
Sexy
the only merchandise of this show,
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
and
that's
it is so shameful because
you know
this
what's
is one of the
funny?
greatest shows ever
Thank
made.
God though, Rex saying came true though, because it basically said that because it's in the
They were gonna
graveyard, they were gonna do Outlaw Star next. Like there
Yep.
were talks that they wanted to do Outlaw Star if Bebop was successful, and they got a. Oh shit!
Whoa.
Yeah. What?
You lift your mic a little bit higher.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh fuck. So
Your
they were
was
gonna do
straight into it. It's
they,
okay.
they were gonna do Outlaw Star. They were gonna do Outlaw Star, and thank God that fucking died. Now we just gotta wait to see if Yu Yu Hakusho and Gundam suck.
I will shit fire if they touch them.
No, they are.
Gundams
No,
are
Yu Yu
already
Hakusho.
touching
Yeah,
it.
Yu Yu Hakusho and
Their
Gundam
hands
are
are
coming out
already
this
on.
year. Yeah. Gundam may not come out till
They've been
2023, but Yu Yu Hakusho comes out this year. It comes out, I think, in like
Maybe not.
May. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm
I'm gonna
just
eat
like,
9 of these and shit
I
them
hope.
all out.
I literally hope it's just Universal Century Amuro Gundam that they're making, and not like Zeta or any of the really good ones. Because Amuro, I don't really care if they screw up, because I don't really have an attachment to Amuro and that one as much. Besides Young, Char's final mobile suit that he gets at the end. I love that thing so much. I don't want them to touch Zeta. Just leave Zeta alone. Zeta and Double Zeta need to be in their own echelon.
after
they're amazing.
Bebop came out, I'm glad they didn't do fucking
Yeah, but
Gundam Wing.
I still consider them in the same universe because they were all the same.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm talking about like
I
I don't
mean,
want
I know
them to
they
touch
are,
Zeta at all. I don't want them to go to Zeta. Just don't.
I'm not gonna try to toot my own horn here, but I think I have the best thing I'm looking forward to this year. But I'll let
for
you
it.
guys do your things first, though.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
So
I've been
Rex is
hogging it a
fuck
little
those
too much.
fuckers. Themgrir or X, whatever you go first.
I've been hogging
what
it.
I'm looking forward to actually a couple things. In terms of games, I'm looking forward to Gotham Knights.
Yes. Yes.
Multiplayer Batman.
We got 4 people right here.
We're gonna Gotham Knights
Um,
playthrough. If you guys want to see that, let me know. We'll do a full.
Mason's gonna be upset if I don't play with him. Like,
Okay,
he's been
we'll
wanting
bring
to-
Reload in too. We'll bring
Yep.
him in.
But,
I don't know why he didn't
no.
show up to this. He could have.
Yeah, I don't know why. He probably because he's busy. But
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. But I'm looking forward to
I'm
that.
shy.
And then, obviously, looking forward to moving into my new home.
Roach, congratulations, everybody. If you didn't know, Themgrir is now a homeowner. Congratulations. Round of applause for Themgrir.
Thank you.
We're all excited for him. Make sure to go subscribe
Yeah,
to him.
super
Mildly
excited.
jealous.
And then
I'm
the-
very
the
jealous. I'm
second-
not even mildly. I'm
second
fucking.
thing to build off of that is I'm inheriting mom and dad's like huge black table, that big one, which is perfect for
Oh,
board
really?
games. So
Yes.
now I want to start buying expansions to the board games I have
Huh.
and buying more like big to do board games.
If
and
you guys
having
want to
more
see us
board
do
game
board game night or like have Themgrir fucking destroy me in Magic, let me know because I wouldn't mind recording some of those and doing like
I'd love to watch
Themgrir
that.
versus Reb and just watch them fucking destroy me. And
we
we could do.
are not professionals by any means, and
I can get the
I'm
sound
sorry
equipment
to
for that.
I'm
That'd be
sorry
dope.
to the Magic community, but all of our decks are out of the box.
Mine is. I'm fucking
They're
totally new.
just-
Like
Pre-con out of the
How-
box.
How dare you buy a thing and play it?
I know,
Yeah, well-
fucking loser.
So actually, no,
Bitch.
no, that's a whole separate rant. That's a whole separate rant.
Maybe we'll do another off the cuff tomorrow. We'll just get a bunch of these.
I'm in.
I don't know if I'm
'Cause
gonna be
I-
able to tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing packing and
Oh,
stuff,
it's fine. If
I
if
I
not,
want to.
if not art,
which I've already been doing. It's
Well,
Yeah.
I do owe you a couple Halcyon and Bedlams too, so you just let me know. I'm down to jump on.
Honestly,
fucking-
if you want to tomorrow,
Let's do it.
I'm going shooting in the morning, but I've been desperately wanting to talk to somebody about this fucking 300 comment long argument that I've been having with a bunch of different conspiracy assholes.
Send it to me. We'll do it tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds like a fun rant.
If not tomorrow, we'll do it.
I'll send you the original. Yeah, I'll send you the original comment.
Okay.
But other than that, motherfucker,
'Cause I wanna do-
this went
I-
so
I wanna
sideways.
do that.
I won't join it, but I will listen to it at work.
No, that's fine. I want to do that. I want to be on that Halcyon Bed, but I also want to be on that. Remember a while ago we did Hussar versus.
We still need to do.
We need
Yes.
to do that. So if not this week, I'm down to do them back to. I mean, not back to back. Maybe like an hour or two break, but I want to
Yeah.
definitely do that still. So okay, congratulations, Themgrir. We're happy for you. We love you. We send you love. Mason, Reload. We love you too. We would love to have you on Off the Cuff one of these days. X, what would be the thing you're looking forward to the most?
Not having me do that gesture to him again.
I want to see him do it again.
I want to see him do it again. Well, there you go.
I know my tongue's like ridiculously pointy.
I have-
Ridiculously sexy is what it is.
Anyway, so my thing is, I have a couple things, but I won't get into details with it. But so
Just put that in the Discord.
the first thing I'm looking forward to is like them over here. I'm also moving.
Yay!
So I'll be in a completely
Congratulations.
different area, except we're moving to an entirely different place, so everything's gonna look entirely different. I'll do that on another stream. I'm not gonna do details on it.
Okay.
We're not I'm jealous because he's a homeowner. I'm not. I'm just gonna be renting again. Eventually I'll get there, but not yet.
Hey, still getting out of the area right now. I respect getting out of the
thank
fucking
God.
city, man.
Another thing is
the city.
that's actually what I was to bring up. So
through.
I'm looking forward to the Sonic 2 movie in about 3 months.
There you
So,
Same. I need to get out to
you know-
Utah.
Right. Oh my god. I forgot. I knew it was happening. It just slipped my mind that was coming up. So yeah, I'm with you on that one too.
Well, since Reb decided to spoil something,
Yeah, that the
Oh.
Sonic movie is going to be shot in Utah.
yeah,
I want to go there to watch it get
Uh,
shot. But no, we should go to downtown Phoenix to watch it. Actually, either that. We should go to Chinese Grauman Theater in LA. Because that's
or
where
how about-
X is moving to.
Yes.
Fucking LA.
Aw.
So if y'all want to fucking go out and bug X, go to fucking LA and bug his ass.
Who the fuck's
I know I
moving
will.
to California right now?
XGP. He's the only dumbass doing it. I don't know why you want to
Yeah,
move
shit.
to fucking
I'm gonna-
LA
it's
for,
really
man.
So all you do is you just put a picture, like a picture of me when I'm like this. Put me in a put like that picture of me in a car and just show it driving into LA.
Look, if I
You
had the
realize
time to
it's
add
gonna
an
be on
animation,
fire, right?
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
if I had the time to add an animation in a 3-hour long like podcast thing, I would do it. But I don't care enough to do that. Maybe in another video, I'll add that in there as like your you're
And
moving to
the
California thing.
And the next, I only have one more thing.
I am looking forward to that movie though too.
I'm looking forward to see if the rumors that I've been hearing about Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross are real.
So my thing to add to that, they played 2 fucking songs
In the Olympics.
at the Olympics, and they were good versions of them, very great renditions of them. And if they're
Fucking
not
Robo.
doing it, and everyone's talking about them, everybody is. And if they don't do a Chrono Trigger remake or reboot or sequel now, they're fucking stupid. Like, I'm sorry,
And then-
like I don't know what else to tell you. Like,
And Legend of Dragoon. I cannot say
Oh
that.
god, yes,
once.
they need to do a remake of that so badly.
So-
Give
That's
us
been heavily rumored too.
So those songs, it was not a repeat of what happened with Devil Trigger.
well, no, they were actually good. Devil Trigger Live was fucking trash. You were with me when we watched that too.
I know. I
Oh
was
my
disappointed.
I was
and it was
so
weird.
hyped for that, and then they.
I saw the
fucking
look in your
trashed.
eyes. I saw the
You saw
light
it
die
die.
again
Yeah.
for a minute. Yeah, because you were like, I swear to God, it's a good song. I was like, I trust you. Something's wrong here. There's sound is just not the way it's
Go
supposed.
back-
And I don't think it was their fault. I think it was just like this. Whoever
Yeah.
their sound engineer was
Go-
really shit the bed
If you
on
guys
that
want-
one.
If you guys want to know what
It's
we're
like
talking about,
watching a Fantastic Four
2018,
the first time.
2018 Game Awards, they did a live version of Devil Trigger, and it
Oh,
was fucking
God.
terrible. It's so
Oh,
bad.
man.
And
I
the
remember
song,
that.
it's in my workout mix. It's like one of my top songs in my workout mix, and they fucked it up. Like, it's the actual band doing it too. So I was like,
That's when I worked at Costco.
That's
when
well,
they
that's
did
the
that.
part where it's weird is because you kept seeing. I could hear drums.
yeah,
I could kind of hear somebody singing, and there's this dude who's trying really fucking hard on the guitar, and
Yeah.
I'm like, none of that sounds coming through.
yeah.
So it's just like, so there's bits of this song that I'm not hearing.
Yeah, and there was a lot you were missing apparently. So
Yeah. It's
All
the
right.
exact opposite of those YouTube videos where they take
Oh.
just the vocals out of the song so you can actually hear how the singer goes. It's
yeah,
like,
they just took all the tone out of the Devil Trigger
yeah.
song. So, okay, the thing I'm looking forward to the most.
And no one cares. Go ahead.
I'm gonna add the Penn and Teller's bullshit. Dun, 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 dun.
Actually, that would be funny. Is like the Invincible credits, right? How they cut to it just before they say the name.
yeah.
So it's like the
Oh!
thing I'm looking forward
I
to the
just
most,
realized
and then the stream just ends.
Invincible season 2 is coming out next year, or this year too. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
So
I'm
is that
looking
gonna be
forward to
another one of
too.
your Invincible? Because it's one of mine for sure. Invincible season 2.
Mhm.
Like that's gonna be fucking epic.
I'm gonna stop
Holy
interrupting you. Sorry, please
No, it's
continue.
okay. My biggest thing I'm looking forward to this year, I'm also moving. I'm getting out of my shitty apartment complex. But okay, there's another one actually that I have. But I'm going to be moving to a new place with a very special someone. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. Got Lady C.
Hi.
I'm not moving in with her though, because that'd be fucking
So
gross.
pretty.
People like actually do that? No, fuck that. So, but yes, I'm gonna move out of my new place because I fucking Lord knows I need to, and I'm tired of getting yelled at by my neighbors for just fucking living there. And that's a whole fucking rant for another time. But if we're talking entertainment media, the final season of Bleach. It's finally happening.
Oh,
We're gonna
yeah,
finally end
that's
it.
right.
It's gonna be
That's right
it.
here.
The final arc. And I'm hyped
Yep,
for
we
it.
get to see everybody get super disappointed for Ichigo ending up with Orihime. Sorry,
Probably.
people.
Honestly, probably. And I've been on the ride for years now, and I'm just ready to see it fucking end. Finally.
Nobody.
Let me
This
just say
the
that
this is
again.
the reoccurring
It's
issue.
a pit bull. It's a pit bull. He's a
What?
pit bull.
What the fuck?
What?
He's referencing you getting yelled at by holding up his phone.
Oh my
pretending to
god.
play a game.
Okay, I'll tell the story real
Oh, I
quick.
don't know this story.
So yeah, I haven't had a chance to tell you yet. The
This
other
is a
day-
hill I will die on, though.
So,
that
do you
the
me- do you
fucking
remember-
bulldogs are great
Oh
dogs.
no, they did. They pulled that card. So do you remember those people like a couple years ago that pulled me aside at 11 o'clock at night and were like, "Why are you staring at my wife?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" Remember that guy I was telling you about? Like,
Yeah, I
years
do
ago?
remember that story.
So the other day, I was walking my dog, and he peed on this guy's fence, which is not actually his fence. We live in a fucking apartment complex. And he started fucking screaming at me. So, fuck shitty neighbors, okay? He started fucking screaming at me, and I'm sitting there. I had just woke up, and I'm like, dude, what? Like, what the fuck are you going on about right now? And I'm like, dude, everybody else's dog does this. No, I don't mind. I put dog repellent on my fence. I'm like, what?
Not a real thing.
And then I even offer to clean the mess. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm being an asshole for my dog pissing on his fence. Whatever. Okay, maybe he takes pride in his fucking apartment fence. So I even say, look, oh, look at the poopy, look at the pit bull. Yeah, fuck anybody who hates pit bulls. That's fuck you.
I'll beat the shit out of all of you.
Yeah, fuck you.
They're amazing animals.
Yeah, it's the person,
This
not
is
the
my
animal.
baby.
Hey, yo, baby,
No
little
one
baby,
can touch
little
my
baby
baby.
Harley, little baby Harley. It's not the animal, it's the fucking person that does it. Anyway, so I even offered to clean it up, and look at the Luna, look at the Durfee Luna.
But no, actually, to play off
But-
that one too, just look into the statistics for it. The statistics are horseshit.
Yeah.
They're
The
you're
story gets worse. The story
Yeah.
gets worse. It gets worse. So the guy is so I even offer him. He just keeps fucking. That's not good enough. Oh, you got that fucking smug look on your face, you fucking pussy, you fucking coward. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, I'm gonna call the cops. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. So, and he's like, go ahead, you fucking pussy, you fucking coward. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you fucking pussy? And I'm just like, I had just woken up 5 minutes ago, so I'm like fucking shaking. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And my dog is sitting there just like, yeah, I mean, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So I call the cops, and this fucking piece of shit, fuck this guy. Have you ever fucking watched this? Fuck you. You're a fucking loser, man. He fucking goes, and instead of standing in between his car and the fence, which is what the person on the phone, the dispatch person was
911
saying.
operator.
Yeah, they were saying like, can you are they physically in front of you so you can't get back to your home? This asshole walks to the side of his car away from me. So it looks like he's not doing it. And then he pulls his phone out and starts fucking recording me. Fuck you, dude. You fucking loser. And I'm like, and they still kept screaming at me, by the way, while I'm on the phone. So there might be a video of me standing there like, I don't know what to do. Or like, I don't know what to do right now. They keep fucking screaming at me. And I'm like, no, he fucking decided to move, and now he's recording me on his phone. Again, I probably sounded way fucking more scared. Yeah, look at this fucking recording me, you fucking shit. So, everyone's recording me now. So, this fucking guy's screaming at me, and I'm like, yeah, he's screaming at me, saying my dog peed on his fence, blah, blah, blah. And then this guy's mom, so his mom has to this guy's like older than I am, by the way. His mom has to drive him everywhere. I don't know what his fucking story is. Whatever. And he's an adult. He's not mentally disabled or anything like that. He's just some fucking loser.
A little bit.
I mean, he's a fucking idiot. But his mom starts screaming, what kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? I'm like, he's a pit bull. He's got a pit bull! He's got a pit bull! And she starts leaning in to try to get close to my phone. And I'm like, yeah, he's also like part Chihuahua. He's like half Chihuahua, half pit bull. Like that matters. And I'm like you're.
It kind of does.
Like you're screaming like my dog is attacking you, and probably in the video, Gray's sitting there just like.
Yeah,
With his ears back, and is just like, why is everybody being so loud?
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, because like by people's understanding of dog breeds, he should be like a demon. Because he should have the over aggressive nature of a Chihuahua with the just grotesque power of a bulldog pit bull.
Yep.
And it's just like,
And
and
the best part,
to be honest with you, he's very sweet.
Yeah, he is. And best part,
A little jittery,
but
he's
he's
very
scared. He's scared. He's basically a rescue at this point.
Yeah.
So we get home, and the cops finally show up, and the cops are talking to me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. These people have told me before that I'm staring at his wife. Like at 11 o'clock at night, he decides to tell me this. That's a little fucking scary. Pulls me aside. That's not fucking, And there's no street lights either. So he's doing this in the dark. That's not sketchy at all. And the cop tells me, like, yeah, I mean, peeing is not that big of a deal. If he pooed, that'd be different because, that's an issue, but he just peed. So, and I was like, okay, yay. But so that's one of the things that's been going on in my life, and fuck that asshole. I know I've said it, but fuck you, dude.
So to end it on a good note, Mega Man 8 is a great game. You should play it.
You should play it. And I want to thank Themgrir and Rec and X for coming on here, of course.
Sorry, I'm a little late. But,
Happy to do it.
And I'm always willing to.
And Lady C for just appearing and disappearing at random.
Yeah, occasionally popping ahead.
Totally fine with that.
So hopefully we can get together and play some games and stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh, we have to. Somebody's got to try to steal this thing from me.
Yeah, that's going to be the new series, which will be coming out hopefully soon.
I mean,
Which To be fair, like there's
we
gonna
can
need to
play
be
a
a.
couple rounds of Power Rangers. Cough, cough.
See, no, because that'll just mean you get the fucking thing. That we're tossing an
necessarily.
FPS in there, so I have a
I'm talking
chance to
about
keep it.
if to play games together, not
Oh.
to win
Well,
trophies.
if we
Okay,
do,
yeah,
if
that's
we-
fair
You
too.
might be able to talk me into
if
doing
we,
that
you know,
tonight.
if we do another racing game, I'm sure Art will be pretty good at that too. I mean, he did beat the crap out of.
So in this
I forgot
fabled
I used to play those a lot.
in this
I'm sure
fabled
that-
Christmas story, the video that might come out at the 500 or 1,000 subscriber mark, you'll watch me fucking lose to everybody. Everybody. I didn't win once. I lost in everything. So
And-
even the game he was
and-
proficient in too.
He
Yeah.
got a present I already gave him.
yeah, to make it.
Ah.
He got it from my birthday, and I was like, I already have this, and I actually have both of them now. But
There's this look. I don't know if it'll catch on the thing because I'm usually very
does.
like neutral, but there's this like when he switches because
There's, like, a slight, like-
ended up getting.
yeah, like, oh shit. Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I hoped wouldn't happen. I hope anybody else would have gotten mine because I know
got it.
I've talked to all of you about it, and none of you have gotten it. I
Actually, it's
literally
over
gave
here.
him that. Yeah, I genuinely like. I hope he re-gifts that to somebody, just because like he already has it, and I want to get him the second one for his birthday this year, because there's only 2 of these fucking things.
26.
It's one of my it's my favorite comic series,
Yeah.
and there's only 2 fucking issues. It's so
Go
sad.
buy the series. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You only have to buy two novels. They're like $11, and it's great. If you ever wanted to see what happens to the Joker after he gets a lobotomy, and becomes
very Clockwork Orangey too, a little bit.
actually, yes, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll go and end this out. I know it's been a minute,
Mhm.
so
Oh yeah.
let me just
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
everybody. I'm gonna do it from right all the way down. So, Rexsteady, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. Themgrir, always a pleasure. X, go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Lady C, thanks for showing up.
That's
No.
my line. I don't care if you like, share, subscribe. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I had
That's
to steal
how I-
it. You know,
that's
it's a good
That's
line.
how I end my-
It's a great line.
You're welcome
Remember,
to it.
remember,
Anyway.
everybody, to always jump, slide, jump, slide,
Oh,
slide.
God, no, I don't need that.
Hadouken.
anymore.
I don't
Wave
even
dash,
know what you're talking
wave
Sure you
dash,
can.
wave
Guys,
dash.
hang tight just for a quick second. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Do you guys want to say thank you and all that jazz? There you go. Anyway, happy New
Finger
Year's,
gun!
fuckers. I have all their stuff linked below. Go sub, like, comment, and all that jazz
Okay.
shit. And look forward to the next Halcyon and Bedlam that I'll be on. So I'll post that when it's ready. Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks everyone coming on. Love you. I am recording. Yay!